Hey there, everybody. Welcome to Goons and Goblins once again. And boy, we have a session coming up.
Oh God.
I could already tell by Vontae's body language. He just looked to the side immediately when I said it. So, welcome in if you're here watching. Join us on this because it's gonna be there's gonna be no 6 hour combat today. You, for a nice change of pace. uh, yeah, it's a lot to recap. Let's just say we fought a lot for a long time in real time. But the party won
I,
barely.
I learned new skills that I can do.
Yeah,
You
Galloway
can-
effectively went through her whole character sheet in the process. Did literally everything. Left no meat on the bone. And the team had a pretty triumphant victory that was almost a complete disaster. uh we could just jump right into it. And we begin right where we left off. The fight has immediately just finished, and you are standing on the battlefield. What is going on? What are we doing? Where is everybody going? What's the
heal.
plan?
I'm heading back towards the Star Roaster.
Sure. Okay.
Retrieving the dagger.
Okay.
I am drinking a potion because I have 9 drops of blood. Well, 19
Oh,
drops of blood.
I should probably look at how much health I fucking have.
You can do that if you want.
Yeah, I'm gonna head back to the Star Roaster.
Okay.
I'm gonna continue talking to the Star Roaster.
Okay.
Okay.
Who's gonna check on Romero? Didn't realize he was so important.
Hey,
And I have a
Spidey.
question because Mouse School's still down for the count. Can I drop some of my potion on him, or
I don't know. Let me roll some stuff first. You could certainly try.
wait, let me go to my inventory.
I should probably heal myself.
I don't know about everyone else, but I know I was hurting so many times.
You went through like 3 health bars. It was quite remarkable that you're still here.
Bam, my spell slots. There.
I was like, what? You quit to revive self? Yes.
Yeah, so you try to feed Moscow some potion.
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
Oh, sweet. Yeah. Woo. I'm gonna take a potion myself.
Fuck.
Awesome.
Wow.
I forgot potion of healing. How many hit points do I get back?
10.
Weird. I thought I had a potion. Turns out I don't.
I'm glad I got these potions because I was very anti-potion for the longest.
Yeah, that was the point. Character growth. All right, so as you are all doing what you said you're gonna do, James, because you're standing in front of the Star Roaster, trying to talk to her and get some information out of her, you could see that even though from what it looks like, it seems whatever was taken from her is returning to her. It isn't an automatic thing, and she still looks quite confused about what's going on here.
So let me just remember. Did I already say, "Are you all right"? I feel like I did.
Yeah,
I feel like I said, "Are you all right?"
we,
Okay.
we'll say that you did, and she said yes, but what am I doing here? Was the response.
What you're doing here? I come in a little closer. I believe you're on trial, man, or at least being prepared for it. And I believe you may have been caught in the middle of a bit of a skirmish, to put it lightly.
And as you're saying this, like more of that essence that I told you that flowed through the air when you killed the frog is like more returning into her. So you see like visibly entering her body. There is an arcane kind of presence to her because it's all like seeping back in. But she still stands. She still like sits there because she's very much, and she's like, "What are you talking about?" And she starts looking around, and for the first time, she's pretty much she's taking in the surroundings and the actual carnage that's around here. Because I will remind you guys that this place is up in flames at the moment, and there are kobold guts pretty much everywhere at this point for the places, and explosions, craters, an the remnants of what was a boat is floating, it, floating in the lake right now. It is it's a lot to take in even for somebody who knew what was going on before. So she's kind of silenced and speechless at the sense. It's just like, I need to get home.
Honestly, I agree with you. I don't really have any sway, any power to make sure that happens, but agree with you.
Awesome. Um, of the people you guys were fighting with, you made sure that Goldswaddle is standing, but I think Romero was still knocked.
Yeah, I
You,
used the healer's kit just to stabilize.
so you stabilized him. That's good. Okay, so he can't participate right now.
I mean, not unless one of our lovely friends wants to hit a heal. I mean, I could give him a potion.
I mean, you can do what you want. Uh, or if anybody like has any healing spells and some spell slots left, you can
Oh,
you can do that. Might be a little
give
better.
him a second level cure wounds.
You can absolutely walk into him as like you walk in there. It's this is a very awkward, not really awkward, but kind of unusual sort of scene because when you walk in, like his body is still inside of the little courthouse, kind of surrounded by all of the Hupperdook guard who are not breathing. Um, and like when you how do I say this? When you revive him, like you it's not typical for a kind of like combat. It's almost like a juxtaposition from what you see outside. There's like nothing but carnage outside and guts and blood and everything. But because they were attacked like psychically by the shadow demons, there's no visible wounds on these people. It's very awkward. Just to give you an idea of the visual you're seeing when you come in.
Just
So yeah,
nutty.
yeah. It looks really really weird. Like if we were to like frame this, it would look kind of awkward. But yeah, you heal him, and he starts to come to on the ground, still very very fucked up.
Where? Good to see you here, sir. I give him a hand to help him up.
His eyes are like barely open. He's he just grabs your hand and like uses you to get up. And as soon as he does, he just dusts himself off. Just uh, did we win?
Of course we did. But one of those mutant toads did a I don't really even know how to describe it. It's a powerful bit of magic. Starting to take the Starosta's memories. Like my but we stopped it. And it's coming back.
She's safe, and he's like for the first time gonna like walk out of the courthouse and survey what's going on. And he's just like, "Oh shit, we did win." And he looks back at all the bodies that are that are just on the floor, and he just slowly still coming. He has his hit points are back, but he's still very much like wounded internally from this. So he's not moving as he's moving gingerly, I should say, as he's running around. And as you can see, he first of all he's gonna go around to kind of check on the Star Roast and see where everybody is beginning to crowd around, being that Star Roast seems to be the focus of the attention. Anybody else can chime in whenever they want at them. Just gonna let you guys know that. But he comes across, and there is a sense of relief on his face that the Star Roaster doesn't appear to be visibly harmed. So there is that.
Did we get the dagger back?
You got the dagger.
All right, cool. Gave it to Dick, who's I hope is nearby.
Thank you.
Things were crazy last session, where bodies everywhere.
I didn't think I would ever see this again.
Yeah, well, don't ever let it go again.
I mean, I was trying to help the
That,
squad.
uh,
You're right. You're right.
A for effort, but don't do it again.
I'm sorry. Sorry. I won't do that again. You
Okay.
got you got my word.
Okay. So, Starosta, how are you feeling? Besides wanting to go home.
She you can see her like holding her head, like she has like the greatest headache in the world, and she's just like, I feel like I've partied a week straight back home.
Good times, good times.
I'm way too old for that. And she is very, very old.
Are you like well enough to talk? Do you need a few more minutes? How many fingers am I holding up?
Well, considering you're a dragonborn, right? It looks a lot different, but she like gets herself to her feet, kind of like stumbles on the way up, loses her balance. Romero's there to like make sure that she gets her balance. Gold Swaddles is kind of on the other side, and everybody's just helping her out because she is an elderly woman.
Yeah, I forget.
Yeah,
Elderly.
she is at minimum 250 years old. You don't know her age, but that's minimum.
Don't ask a woman her
I'm just saying, you guys know the timeline because Navi's smart.
age.
So you know she's up there. She got centuries. She gets up and she starts walking around and like, what is everybody doing? What are we doing? What's up? What's up? Talk to me.
Is the forest still on fire?
Yes.
Oh. Oh. Wow.
Can we take care of that first before we jump into the nitty gritty?
Nah, we're fine.
How is
Does Starosta not have like some powers to control the weather or some shit?
I got a question.
You know for a fact that Starosta is not a spellcaster.
Would Windwalk kind of work? I mean, it doesn't say anything about fire, but it is a strong wind and it keeps gases at bay. Fire,
So
smoke. Actually,
you
no, it probably would spread the fire. Never mind.
Well, it can keep the oxygen, that's gas, and fire needs oxygen to burn. Or do we not know science in this? I don't know. Oh, dude.
Science
mean-
is magic.
sure. Sure. I mean, yeah, you could take care of it. I could just say that you like. I don't mind hand waving, clearing out the fire. With enough time and like resources, you could eventually get it under control. That
True, we
cool?
have a giant body of water right there too.
You do. It's not like you have no access to like what's going on here. You also have like dockside
like-
supplies as well. Things like buckets, pails, whatever. Like they are, if anything, they are pretty well equipped to handle a fire here.
Oh,
more
okay.
more so than a lot of other places.
So scratch that. Where's Goldie? I could say
He's right
Gold Swallow, but I like
I
to
was
say
about to say,
If
I'm
you-
gonna go
if
see
you-
my
if-
homie.
if you guys are all around the Starosta, then we'll just say like you and all the NPCs kind of have crowded at this point before you disperse to handle what you want to do. So whoever you want to be around you is around you. Don't worry about that.
Is it possible for Dick to collect like like maybe some bone from the frog, the frog that I was fighting? Collect like a spleen or some skeleton.
You want a trophy? Is that what you're saying?
I want some trophies. I want to do something with that.
He wants a war trophy.
You wanna go Assassin's Creed 3 and like
This is
carve
the,
for parts?
Yeah,
this,
like
this is the bad news about it, because when you get that idea, you kind of look back at where the frogs are, right, and you see their bodies are starting to dissolve.
Hurry up, run and grab it.
just kick it or something, or touch it and be like, haha, you've been claimed or whatever. Anyways, I would love to go to Goldie and be like, hey, let's grab some pails and buckets and grab some water from the lake and take out the fire before we're taken out
I
again.
thought we already hand waved the fire away.
Yeah, we hand waved it. Like
Oh,
we could say that you did this and we already had that happen. I don't think anybody wants to waste time on fire rescue
I don't know what
Hero
you're
6
talking about.
Why
Station
you trying to steal my
3.
friend though?
We're good Samaritan adventurers.
Sure.
Who's we?
Hickory
Yeah,
Crown
I'm like
Heroes.
These has yet to prove that. These is yet to prove the good Samaritan part of that.
I didn't kill people.
Well,
What happened at the beginning of the campaign?
everything.
Moida.
Yeah, a lot of moida happened at the beginning of the campaign. Yeah, so you guys get everything. You guys take some time. Like there's some time that passes by here. As you guys, what else do you guys want to do? Like while some people are handling the fire, what are we going for?
Is there a
Here.
chair and table in the that's not broken around
Yeah,
the
as
Starosta?
not around the Star Roaster, but you could get one from Murdoch's Goods, which has been left untouched this entire time.
Convenient.
Yeah, so I'll do that. I'll go grab a chair so she can sit down and she'll be a little bit more comfy.
Yeah, because any chair with or there's probably like a chair in your safe house that you were there. Like there's furniture in there. You could take her over there if you wish. Like there are options in terms of that, but I just wanted to make sure you guys know that Murdoch's goods is untouched because he ain't deserve that. So whoever he may be.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, you get her a chair, you get her whatever you want. She's starting to look a little bit more comfortable. Oh, what's going on? You can see her kind of processing it in slow motion, because like she's still really not. There's a part not computing with her that's just like, what the? Yeah, okay, so I'm in Odeslo, so she has that part down. He's like, there was a fight. I was apparently in the middle of it. It's a lot of that. It's a lot of face palm trying to get it.
These, you're about to say something?
What? Oh, I want to go talk to my homie Goldie.
Oh.
So I wonder if he's standing right next. What I envisioned my head is he standing next to Star Roaster and like trying to help her up, and then I put my hand on his shoulder trying to help him up.
I mean, it's kind of offensive, right? Because you're trying to help him up, but he's fully standing up. It's just the fact that he's really short that you're like pulling him up off his feet, and like his feet are dangling.
I'm like, "Sup, buddy? You missed me?" And then I show him my bracelet.
You can give me a perception check.
Oh my god! Please, please, please.
Come on. 10.
Okay, 10. Sure. He kind of like pulls back, mostly because he's hurting. at this point, he says that, and he goes, "It's good to see you too." And as you like get a closer look at him, you know he's fucked up. Like, he is completely out of it. Good to see you too. I can't wait to get out of here. It's really bad. And he's like constantly looking back like into the courthouse at his people that are down there, and he's just like, I guess we have to bury more.
I squeeze his shoulder, but I try to do it comforting, but I realize I do it a little too hard. I'm like, it's okay, buddy. We're here for you.
Imagine he just takes 1 point of damage and he just he just falls back down. KO. He accepts the embrace, and because that's his thing. He's like, all right, now I gotta tell people that we lost more. Go back home, and it's another L for us, kind of. Okay, and I think at this point you'll start seeing the other people start to crowd around. Like Yinru will come up front. You see your boy Tyson pull up, the homie, big homie,
Yinra, really?
big Yinra, and she looks pristine, just untouched, completely no dirt, fully
Interesting.
pressed long coat like always, just completely dressed to the nines, ready to with her weapon in hand. And yeah, you see Tyson come up, and Tyson, immediately goes up to Navi. Hey, you okay?
I was about to ask you the same.
No, not at all. I didn't expect this. Uh, I
I'm just gonna put my hand on his shoulder, and then I'm like, at the end of the day, it's a good job. You still got breath in your lungs. Carry that on for the rest of your life. Not many experience this.
Poetic as fuck. Damn.
yeah, I'm not much of. This is very different. But fuck it, we're good.
It definitely is different from being behind a desk most of the time, being in our books like we usually are. But
Give me an insight check.
16.
Damn.
I mean, like his response to that, like in terms of just body language, is he's gonna let you think that's what he does.
Nah, I'll just leave it at that.
Okay, but you can still see he's like wide-eyed, kind of shell-shocked by the. Just think of like this in terms of like D&D combat. Like that took a long time for us, but that's a very small amount of time that everything happened during that battle. So, so like it like in a snap of a finger, this shit went to complete carnage for everybody involved, and like that's a lot to take in. For except for Yenner. Yenner looks completely unfazed. She's just like, good to see you all made it out of there. Okay.
Yeah, she could be like that when she does a no call no show.
Like, Yinra.
Oh,
He was kind of there.
These?
What's up, Yinra?
I have a feeling you have something you want to say.
Nope. Actions speak louder than words. Actions speak louder than words. In the absence of actions as well.
I
That's
mean,
all I'm gonna say.
I mean, she was shooting from deep.
I ain't see all that. So
Just because your
Just
eyes are
saying.
untrained does not mean I wasn't around.
you know what, Yinra?
Oh,
You
I'm gonna-
know,
I'm
in
gonna-
respect of my homie Goldie right here, and then like I tap his shoulder again. I'm gonna keep the peace right now. We gotta assess what the damages and all that stuff, but I'm watching you. As always. Watching you.
Okay.
yeah. The
Well,
women's division.
And I just dart over and look at Dick with daggers in my eyes, like, my dude.
we gonna need some championship belts for sure. As I start fixing Jack on as I'm fixing Jack on the
Yeah.
floor. So Yenra, what would you owe us the pleasure of arriving so? And I look up I look up in mid fix. Conveniently,
Hmm.
what puts you here?
And she looks up and she's wondering. I think there's like a moment of recognition where she's like, "Oh yeah, I didn't get introduced beforehand," kind of thing. Uh, and she's just like, Roland brought me into the mission. We've worked together before.
Convenient.
Makes sense.
I think the greater question is, why are you all here?
Money.
Face.
No hezzy whatsoever.
Easy. That was crazy. What brings us
Friendship.
here?
Yeah.
Well, you know I always enjoy a good show.
Okay. It was almost really bad, but I guess it's good to. I guess it's good that you guys showed up. At all. Would have hate to see that play out without you.
Can I get a perception check on that to see if she's like,
That would be an insight.
Yeah,
insight?
can I also do insight?
Sure.
I just need to know
You know
if
what?
that was.
I'm
I
gonna
just
do
need
it
to know
too,
if that
because if she
was
says some
like-
slick shit, I'm hopping over the
Yeah,
table.
I'm crying.
Oh, she's okay. I got 23. She better not say no slick shit.
I got a 20.
I got an 11, so leave me out of this.
Yeah, this is genuine. This is genuine from her for the people who understand. Like, so James, you're having an issue reading her.
Per usual. So
For you, just all strikes when it comes to Yenra for James.
How?
All strikes,
I
but for
know.
Alsus and D's, you guys get the feeling that's like a genuine remark. Like, yeah, things would have been so much worse if you weren't here.
Okay. I turned down like two notches, just two notches.
So kind. Yeah, just good old New York City head nod.
Mhm.
Checks out. Checks out. Mhm.
She give you like the Priestley head nod, like almost like a half curtsy back.
I go back up one notch.
Are you sure you have nothing to say?
Nope.
oh no.
Nope.
I huh, hmm. We don't like opening Pandora's boxes yet. Because it's not the scene for it. So why don't we just
Leave it
Okay.
at
It's like if she was in the scene and she was like in the foreground, you see like the slip back to the background. He's like, all right,
that.
whatever, no issues.
And she gone.
Yeah, she's around, or is she? Yeah, she's around.
What's she trying to do? Be like Homer Simpson going into the hedge? It's like,
Yeah, that's kind
that'd
of
be
what she
dope.
does. That's pretty much what she does. All right, and Romero starts looking around. I think while like this is going on, Romero has kind of checked to all of like the very like distant areas where you met his men when you first got in here, like at the bar and all the other places that like bar docks, just to make sure they're okay. Because like even though we focused on this, like some of the kobolds that were riding the drakes, they were stragglers, and you could have seen like his men in the background sort of handling some of that. So there was a bit of a skirmish outside of what you guys were doing. So he's just going to check and make sure his guys are good, and I have to roll for them too. Okay, okay, okay. All right. He comes back with nobody.
oh my god, are they just unconscious?
I rolled natural one, natural one, natural three, natural eight.
That's okay.
Comes back with nobody. It's just him. All
Oh,
of his all of his men fell during that. It's the only people alive in this section of Odeslo are you guys.
No. Roland, are you
this is
okay?
like Hupperduke all over again.
Don't say that.
Too soon?
The-
Too soon?
I mean, this was so this whole battlefield was a very like small section of Odeslo, which is a way bigger kind of city. So there's a lot of the city that has kind of like like disassociated from this whole thing. So like but it's just like in this, I would say like quadrant of the city, because this is the kind of legal quadrant of it, and also like the port side, like double, um, kind of like double use for it. Um, yeah, everybody here apparently is just completely done. Like you guys are it. So it kind of brings back the notion that when you started and Romero said nobody's gonna come to help us, we have to do this ourselves. is more true than it ever has been.
That is actually sinking in.
Yeah. So he comes back with nobody. He doesn't look like visibly like saddened by it. Like no inside check needed, but you could tell he's like been through like this isn't the first time he's been through something like this.
Damn.
So him
Still,
like walking around kind of surveying the area, it's more like it's expected. He's just disappointed that it
like,
had to go that way.
it
Can
still
we,
sucks.
as they're doing this, can we take a short rest?
No, I will say no. The reason why is because if we hand wave the fire stuff, that counts as activity, and that is not a short rest activity. So no short rest. You will stay with your 2 hit points, I believe you have. Yeah, and you will like it. All right. So Navi's standing over there looking absolutely fucked up, mostly just from that one fireball that he got hit with. That
I
just
still presto changeo and I clean myself off.
yeah, you look a little better. You look pretty good. Looking all right. You guys here are
I need Presto Changeo merch so badly.
pretty much presto change your
I need
merch
it like on a beanie.
for sure.
I need it on like a hoodie, like right here or something.
Yeah, you see when Romero comes back is like it seems that we're the only survivors. We should we should leave soon. Head to
Do
the
you
capital. I need
do
to
you want
report to the king.
But the bodies, do you want to bury them? Unless that got hand waved too.
We can do that.
Can you heal us first?
I'm
Sorry, that's
sorry.
like we're like, hey, somber
sorry,
moment.
what?
Let's bury your brethren. For a second, can you heal me real quick?
Do I
Heal?
even have
Yeah,
That
he is.
that's a Leviticus like remark right
He
there.
is so annoyed by that comment. Like he is so visibly scowling at Leviticus. We can bury the bodies, then we have to go. We don't know what happened. Considering what the king had told me, there's a chance that Rexentrum got hit as well. We need
Oh,
to we need to,
excuse
we need to report back in.
Alright, let's go. Who's gonna stay around this barista?
I will.
Okay.
And Leviticus.
Yeah. So you guys.
And James. Why not?
Alright, gonna help with the bodies.
I'm gonna help with the bodies too.
I mean, after this all kind of like settles down for a minute, the Starostas like knock the fuck out. Like just like sleeping, like just
You
sleeping.
gotta get a nap, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's done. Goldswaddle is not leaving her side for anything. He's like,
That's the only Odie.
for as long as you've known, the Goldswaddle has been her right hand man, and this is not changed. And Romero's kind of going around just picking stuff up. And he kind of looks back, and there's the body of the cloaked figure still on the ground over there.
Can I run in his pockets?
I was gonna say I want to search him.
Sure. By the way, it was a her.
Yeah.
Or that's what I
it's-
thought. I was like, wait.
It was a her.
I want to run her pockets. Let's go. I'm running pockets.
Yeah,
So-
sure.
GTA.
Is it like perception, or do I just
It's it's investigation to run her pockets. Yes.
Oh damn, I'm done with that.
Yeah. Investigation to run her pockets. I will say, Alcis, you're the first one to make it to the body. What you saw before was what you saw before. Like before she died, she had the same half dragonborn, half human kind of face. When you go back up to her, she is a pure silver dragonborn with her face split due to Leviticus's attack.
Jesus fucking Christ. I mean, God. Can I? Fuck. Can I do like a Arcana check to see if there's anything up with her?
Without even doing the Arcana check, you can tell that there was some magic on her that must have altered her appearance to give her the half human visage.
Would it? Do I have enough? Like, I guess like, do I know from first glance whether or not it was like like done herself, or if it was done by someone else forcefully, or
You have no way of gleaming that.
okay, yeah.
I'm trying to think. I don't even think there's a check that would believably give you that because like there's really no context clue for that.
All right. So I guess I'll just make a note of it.
Yeah.
what
make
if
a note.
what if we did detect magic? Would that?
I mean, you don't know what it'll do.
I'm scared.
I'll head over and I'll do the I'll ritual it. Detect magic.
Ritual detect magic. Okay, cool. And did I get the investigation checks already?
I got a 12.
Double 12.
Can I try?
Yeah, you could go for it. Go for it.
I'm gonna go to sleep now. Got a natural one, so
Damn.
we'll just find my way out.
They don't want us to search.
All right, let's see what you get. Because I have a list. Okay. I would say that when you start to remove kind of the cloak and you see what she's actually wearing under there, she has like an elven chain shirt. And looks like very finely made. Made with a kind of specific. You know what? Give me a history check, James. Only James, as you look at this armor.
10.
What's going on, buddy?
It's he just messed up from the fight. Did a lot of sanctuary.
You don't remember
You're supposed to run.
you don't remember. You can't put your like it's at the tip of your tongue what this actually is, but it's not the common like metal that is used to create armor. This is a different alloy.
Hmm. I'm just like staring at it now.
Yeah.
I can't put my
Uh,
finger on it.
and when you look through her stuff, I mean, you have the elven chain there, and you also have. You can see she's wearing a ring with an eyeball on it.
Hmm.
There's also a gem in her pocket and a spell scroll that's kind of wrapped up, kind of held to her belt. And also on that same belt, there is a dagger that is currently sheathed.
What was the last thing again? You said dagger.
A sheathed dagger, yes.
Can I grab the scroll?
Yeah.
Thank you. That I'll take that.
Okay. You gonna look at it?
Yes.
It's a scroll of silent image.
Like a movie? Silent
So
movies?
it's a scroll. So basically, it's a one-off cast of a spell. Yeah.
Might come in handy. What is silent image? Is it like a projection?
Yeah, you create an illusionary image. I'll send you the details on what you need it. First level
That's gonna
spell.
come in handy.
Yeah. There's that.
Take that.
Can
What's
I
up?
take a look at the that ring with the eyeball on it?
Yeah, you take the ring.
Can I do some like Arcana check or something on it?
Give me an Arcana check.
Why am I always afraid when James picks up things?
Never learning my lesson. I should have just stopped rolling. It's an 11.
Maybe it'll change.
It's magical.
How do I put this lightly? I don't really have the spell prepared today. No, not yet. I'm gonna put it in the bag of holding.
I'll say while this is happening, the the ritual cast goes off, so your detect magic is up, and what you see, what pops up is you get a bunch of different kind of readings off of this. So obviously the spell scroll is magical. The gem is magical. The ring is magical. It's also in that you get a strong sense of enchantment magic from the ring. And you also get enchantment magic from the chain shirt that she's wearing.
What about the sheath dagger? So it's just a regular dagger.
It looks to be a regular. You wanna take it?
Yeah.
All right, you take it. It is definitely not something that's being picked up by the detect magic, so it is not magical. But the handle of the dagger is rather intricate, as it's a depiction, like an image of like what it appears to be like the image of a dragonborn soldier standing upright on both sides of it,
Whoa.
and there's also the initials CD carved into it.
Would I know anything about? I don't think I would know anything. Well, if I don't know anything about Dragonborn history,
Yeah,
I wouldn't know shit about this dagger.
this is not it. But
Shit.
I'll take a history check from those that are proficient in it.
My proficient is no, I'm not.
Yep, stand by.
Yep.
Natural 1 for 8.
Cool. We're rolling great, guys.
We used all our rules to survive.
We really did.
Probably the better option.
Yeah.
That's okay. I figured that I will ask about it one day. I'm gonna hold on to it.
And
too.
James, you're not proficient in history.
I have a great modifier to it, but it's not proficient.
What's the modifier?
5. Because I have 20 intelligence.
I'll give you. Give me an intelligence check real quick. Just a regular one.
Damn.
23.
I think an intelligence check for you would kind of spawn a I need to look at this with the right tools kind of thing. Specifically, Smith tools, forging, stuff like that, to kind of like look and overlook and kind of make a deduction using the combination of like the way it was possibly manufactured combined with your intelligence and your affinity for weapon making. It is you get the idea if you combine all of that, and it just takes a little bit of time as you're kind of just sitting with it because it still is a little bit outside of your wheelhouse. But you get the idea that this was more of like a ceremonial piece than anything. You get the idea that this was a gift given to this person.
Damn.
The ring or the dagger?
The dagger.
Dagger.
Okay. I like stop kneeling from where I was and I stand. I'm like, all right, I'm gonna take all of this shit and I'm gonna figure out what the fuck is going on.
Hold on.
Especially
Hold
that
on.
gem.
No, before you do that, I'm gonna grab the gem and hit identify on it.
Okay.
I just want to make sure I still have the dagger.
I just hope she had money in her pockets.
Okay. You're gonna cast identify.
Yeah, ritual.
All right, so we'll be back to you in 11 minutes. About that, as Navi once again isolates himself from the group. To ritual cast as he frozen in time once again. Yeah, so you guys start like taking all of this stuff.
Mm.
Anything else?
Well, it says casting time's only 1 minute, but I still gotta do the
Ritual
temporal.
casting adds 10 minutes to your casting time.
No, but I'm just wondering if there's anyone that's gonna talk to the Star Roaster.
Well, she's out right now, so we
When she
probably
wakes
won't.
up.
Right. I forgot.
Yeah.
Are we done burying the dead?
Sure, we'll say that some of you guys handle that. The less investigative of the crew. They kind of been handling that. So like basically the meatheads, D's, Dick, Leviticus were on burying duty. House is doing the rites.
Yeah, I kind of want to return the dagger to if this Dragonborn had a family, or maybe they were fucking heretics. Who knows?
Why would you
knows?
return it?
Who knows? You whiffed on some checks there. Who knows?
You know,
No, listen. That's why I had to ask if it looked like the magic was done willingly or forcefully. Because if it was maybe a ceremonial dagger that was a gift, I feel like it's just wrong if I held on to it for a long time. Just give it back to a family, or just keep it for myself if they're fucking heretics.
Sure.
I mean, hey, you could do exactly whatever it is that you want with it. I just want you to realize and understand your shield whilst we was fighting those specters, those ghastly ghouls, as you call them. Your shield shook.
Oh.
I can't explain why, per se, but if I was a betting man, point at the dead body. That's an agent of Tiamat.
Yes.
I could be
Thank you for the
wrong.
reminder.
It's just a nice shot in the dark,
So are you guys
based on
taking?
information I have.
Are you guys taking all the items?
Yeah, I'm
Take
thinking.
them all.
Is there?
Sure.
Is,
Picked his
What's up?
body clean.
What's up?
could I do a? Could I do a religious check to see if there's something religious about the sword?
The sword or the dagger?
The dagger. I'm sorry.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure. Yeah. Why not?
Okay.
When the
Thanks,
barbarian asks for a religion check, you answer.
You're like, all right.
Yeah, I'm like, all right, hold up.
Go ahead, brother.
Wow. Okay.
Ooh.
Clean.
I'm a religious barbarian.
It sounds like a oxymoron.
I think you're hearing. Okay, so we could get something off of this. Um, you hear this talk from James about this person being an agent of Tiamat, and you're thinking about that, and obviously that checks out from the fight. That makes sense to you. Like it's 100% within reason. But it would make the dagger a bit more curious because knowing that I'm assuming James told everybody that this was probably a gift and like all this information is public. But if it is a gift, these like what evil god worship, what disciples of an evil god are going to be giving out a ceremonial piece that looks like it's standing up for like you could see there's like similarities in the depiction and profile here that kind of swing more towards maybe a Bahamut follower than a Tiamat follower.
Silver Dragon.
So this doesn't make any sense to you. Like it doesn't add up. There is some information missing here.
So while so Dick is gonna take the dagger. He's gonna look at it.
Just snatch it from whoever has
Yeah.
it.
Excuse you?
He's gonna be like, give me that.
No.
He's gonna be
They
Just a tug of war for the dagger here. It's like my
Yeah.
dagger.
like they do. The fuck?
let me take a look. See.
Okay.
Guys, this is some spiritual shit right here. You hear me?
Uh-huh.
We're gonna need a hold of this.
That's why it's gonna stay with me.
You could. I think it's connected to you more than you think. I'm gonna say that.
Okay.
Yeah. This is interesting. I'm a religious man, you see. I like and when I'm not fighting, I read some books, you know. Let's just say let's hold on to this. Then he's gonna have a little. Well, you can't see him, but he's gonna have a little smile on his face.
Are you sure I can't see him?
It's gonna be hard with the mask, but yeah.
Okay. Thanks, Dick.
Yeah, so make of that what you want. Honestly. But yeah, you guys
Well,
have
he tells them what I saw too. Yeah, he's gonna tell.
Okay.
I want them to know. Yeah.
Relays the information.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Relay the information, but he said that as he was relaying the information.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, so you guys have all of this like information about this dagger, all the stuff that you've taken. And you're identifying the gem, correct? Okay. So let me tell you what this gem is. This is elemental gem, a magic gem. You can use an action to break the gem, and it summons a fire elemental. So it's kind of a break the glass in emergency because it's a one-use item.
We need the right person to do
Putting
this.
that in my pouch.
Anything else, guys?
That's all. This is
Does that have any symbols on her?
Can I take
Symbols.
the cloak?
Symbols on what? You can
Any,
take the
like,
cloak.
religious symbols, like holy symbols, something to accentuate my claim, so that I'm not just sitting here calling people agents of Tiamat for no reason.
Give me another investigation check.
Looking up for good old boy James. That's an 18.
18. So as you're like removing this elven shirt from her, right? And you kind of remove, she obviously has clothes under and everything you do. But like for a brief moment, you do see like a tattoo on the inner part of her arm, and it is the profile of Bahamut.
Mm. Mm.
Willfully turn or forcefully turn? I must know.
Mm.
Well, this is confusing. Why the hell did your shield shake? As I'm on one knee, looking back over my shoulder towards Alcis.
And also, you know for a fact that while like when your shield shook, there was a feeling undeniable. There was a disciple of Tiamat in like approaching. So what James is saying to you doesn't exactly like he seems to be right. Like
This is gonna sound comical, and it doesn't have to be taken seriously. Or maybe I can get something from it. Take my shield, flip it around. I'm looking at the sigil, and I ask a question. Shield, you have protected me and kept me from falling. It would be a great time if you can somehow, maybe, speak to me vocally or internally. What just happened?
give me a religion check.
Oh my god. I need to
It's
go
all
in.
of that.
I swear. I'm nervous. $15?
Okay.
15?
That's
15?
not bad.
No response.
Oh, never mind. That's bad.
I'm just standing there, sweating a little bit. It's like maybe crickets in the distance. Yeah, I thought that was gonna be click.
Yeah, so you see Alcis kind of just doing the crazy person thing of like pointing the shield at a dead body. Help! Help! Make sense of this.
Cricket noises.
And then yeah, there's just like a tumbleweed that made its way and it just passes by behind her. It's an awkward silence as you guys wait for something magical to happen and nothing happens.
What did it say?
It said nothing.
Wait, so did it say nothing or nothing was said?
I heard
guess you gotta
nothing. Nothing was said.
you gotta go to church more often, but
I,
I'll say that.
please do not tell me that. You who
You're kind of slacking right there.
I don't want to hear that from you.
Sorry.
Especially when Korg has not said anything to you.
Damn.
Or strike lightning anywhere.
Bing,
Mouse pops.
bing bong.
Damn.
Bing bong. Yep.
But better luck next time. Better luck next time, right?
Yeah. At that moment, Moscow kind of just like lays up on your shoulder, like just weak, like he'd been through a war. Eyes up, make sure what's going on.
With that low blow. I got you.
I don't know what you're talking about. Just saying.
All right.
All right. Thanks, James, for jogging that memory. A lot just happened in this crazy battle.
Awesome.
I'm teetering on a decision, but I'm just gonna leave it alone.
Are you sure?
I'm not, and it's a whole spell slot because I want to see
peer pressure.
I really want to see a conclusion here. Like I just see you talk to the shield, like, and then nothing happens. How about can I give her a second chance?
How so? What are you doing?
I would put a hand on her shoulder and use my other second level spell slot to cast Enhance Ability to give her What's that?
Advantage on the check.
Advantage on intelligence checks for the next hour.
Mm.
I think yeah. If you use that spell slot, I'll give you extra roll of it.
Yeah,
So
definitely.
roll that religion check again, Alsis.
Oh fuck! I just misspelled something.
It's fine. You're fine, little dude. Ugh.
I got a 12 plus. How,
Well, I guess
how does that work?
No, you got a 12.
On the left.
Yeah, nothing happens.
Yeah,
Hmm.
I'm so mad because I saw that dice with the 20, and then it was like, "Oh."
That's what happens.
I guess it's not my time yet to see whether or not my shield can actually talk.
That is true.
Thanks anyway, James.
Hey James, I'll trade you this gem for that ring you got.
Oh my god.
For the ring, you keep your elemental. We might talk later, because I might have some real sick ideas with that. We could turn that into something.
Done and done, good sir. Done and done.
Okay.
I
What? You're really far away. I can't really hear you that well.
Sorry, I'm just so tired. Can I can I bury the dragonborn body, please? Even though I'll
We're gonna
overlook that
desecrate this entire
discretion.
corpse.
I'll overlook that discretion that my shield felt earlier.
Sure, you can do that if you wish.
Yeah, I mean, like tattoo, possible ceremonial gift dagger, silver dragonborn.
She's
Like,
up, she one of us.
Yeah, you can totally take the time to do that. Is anybody else gonna be doing anything here on the battlefield?
Hmm. Could could dig through some insight if he sees anything like weapons or anything cool?
investigation, I think, right?
Investigation, yeah.
See any weapons?
Like weapons or like
Just
anything
regular
that,
ass weapons.
I
like
mean,
anything that doesn't have to be just weapons. Like weapons or like a special like a like a like a boot, like a belt.
Are you trying to collect another trophy?
Yes. No. Yeah. I'm trying to. Yeah. I'm trying to
I'm
collect.
sorry.
weirdly, like she has no weapons on her
I'm
at
sorry.
all,
Mm.
other than the dagger would be the only weapon she had.
And I'm keeping that.
No. One dagger's enough.
Yeah, you don't want to be Dagger Man. You know, you just start collecting all the daggers. It's just like,
Yeah.
why is this hulking human being
Yeah.
hitting us with butter knives?
Damn.
But
Can't
why
be
is this
that
happening?
cold.
Be like Thor when he's carrying the little.
Well, I would say at this point, you guys have all you guys have collected some quote unquote trophies. Like Deez took the cloak. You know what you can take? You can take the mask. Like they have the white
Ooh.
mask and the cloak that's there. It's the white mask is there. You could scoop that up if you wish.
I'll take that. Yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know why I got a bad feeling about that. But okay.
Yeah. You want to put it on?
Oh,
See, now I'm scared.
Uh, hey, James, you want to hold on to this?
I do an investigation check on that mask. I don't like.
Oh, do you mean the mask or your mask?
well, the mask didn't pop off on the detect magic, right?
No.
So which mask am I holding?
Oh, yeah, well, not my owl mask. That's mine.
Oh yeah.
The mask on the cloaked figure.
How does it look like though? How does it?
Pure
So
white.
it's like a Vega mask or something.
Pure white. Yeah. Very much in that style of Vega. We're taking a lot from Vega. Shout out to Vega.
Shout out to Vega. Shout out to Claw.
Out to
Um,
Claw, yeah. Claw, dictator, and boxer. Let's get it.
just put the side, put it on the side of my face, like
Oh
just
no.
tap into my forehead.
No.
You break out into opera song.
Imagine James just falls unconscious. Nah.
Oh,
Phantom of the Opera over here.
Yeah, James just falls unconscious, and you, for some reason, can't remove the mask from his face.
Oh.
Nah, it's just a regular mask. You can do what you want with it.
Uh,
ooh.
Oh, so could I do something like that? Like
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, sure. If you want.
just fall backwards.
Yeah.
Absolutely hit the floor.
You trying to make him think? Give me a performance check.
It's a 5.
This isn't James' usual style of humor. He ain't sell it well. Everyone looks at him like,
You need a pillow, bro?
"You good? You trying to take a nap?"
I need to rest here for a moment.
Oh, good recovery. Good recovery.
My back.
All right. So during this time, I think Romero would have kind of gotten away from the group a bit, and you can see him going to like the far. He's like walking like out of view, almost. You get the idea that he is kind of making. I'll say before he left, he said that he was gonna go fetch cart and like a way to get out of here because you guys are gonna start riding to Rexentrum as soon as he can.
So
get
I go up to Romero and I give him back the orb that he gave me earlier.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So I'm go up to him like, Romero, here you go. As promised, you let me use it. Giving it back.
Yeah, on his way back, he collects it. He goes up to James to collect his rifle.
I stand there. You sure I can't keep it?
Just give me the rifle, man.
Take it off my back.
Yeah, he does like he's so educated with the rifle in his hands, like military rifle handling, almost as he kind of and like puts it over his back.
This whole time, Goldie's been with the Star Roaster, right?
Correct. Yes.
Yeah, so this whole time I've just been in the back playing rock, paper, scissors with him.
Yeah, it's the most intense rock paper scissors game of all time. Give me a D20 roll.
Oh my god.
I'd be behind Goldie the entire time cheering him on.
You have to beat a 7. If you beat a 7, you're winning the majority of these games. If not, Goldie is owning you.
That's fucked up.
Behind Goldie, I'm like,
No!
So you for some reason Leviticus just picks rock every time and wonders why he loses. As they're playing Boulder Parchment Shears.
Boulder Parchment
Cheers.
Finish.
Keeps going for that damn parchment.
Yeah. Goldie, a man of paperwork. Goes for that parchment. All the time, 100% win rate.
That's how I play.
What did I have to beat?
A 7.
It was on 14.
I would say as all this happens and as you guys are kind of milling about waiting for things to happen, Romero's back with the transportation necessary for you guys to get out of here. And also the Starosta has awoken.
How is she-
like her eyes are blinking open or she's up? Because if her eyes are blinking open, I want to just stand over her as she's like blinking open.
Don't scare her.
I'm like, hey, buddy. You
Being
good?
that Leviticus was the only person here in the vicinity to see it, but like when she woke up, it wasn't like a calm wake up. She like sat up, like startled.
Oh God.
Guessing she got home.
I'm gonna get slightly scared by. Oh, are you okay?
And she does the nervous like checking herself kind of thing. Then there's a bit of silence, and I'll say like everybody kind of groups up as she's like sitting up and gathering herself. What you guys gonna do?
Are we able to speak with her semi-privately?
how would you do it?
Probably just sitting next to her and whispering, probably off into a corner.
I mean, you can certainly try.
So I'll walk up to Starosta and just start off by asking if she's okay, how she's feeling. Does she need anything?
So kind.
Time. Anytime. This is a lot. I'm not exactly the person to put myself up as bait very often. It was I could check it off a list and I never have to do it again.
That's good. And then I'm going to reach into my robe. I'm gonna pull the letter out and I'll place it on her lap.
Smooth.
Yes, the letter. Um, I hope you can forgive me for not mentioning the specifics while you were here, giving your testimony of what happened up on the Silverquell Ridge.
Forgiveness will have to come after what's said in part with this letter. I asked you once in Hupperduke. I'm praying that what is being said now is the truth.
I think that response is gonna kind of revert her face, which was more like soft and kind of like understanding and weak. She very often looks like a fragile old woman because of the way that she carries herself. For the moment there, when she was there, she looked a bit vulnerable. With your response to that like forgiveness is going to have to wait. She hardens up, and you see the face of the Star Roasted you first met. Um, I can offer you the truth. I'm just not sure if you want to hear it.
Is it only Navi that's near the Star Roaster right now talking privately?
They have not gone to any corner yet.
Oh, okay.
I'll look around and I'll look back at her. I'm like, I'm ready to hear the truth.
This point.
Okay. What I said before was true about him. She's saying it for the whole class to hear. What I said about Jaraz at the beginning was the truth. He was here on random expedition, as you guys normally are. And he had randomly shown up and chosen to come to Hupperduke, so we knew him. Didn't really stand out much, but he was nice. Came through, never really pried, understood the situation, and then went on his way. Until the last time that he was there. There had been an incident in Hupperduke. Somebody had broken into my home. Jaraz had heard the commotion, ran over to help. And while he was down in my basement, confronting the person, he came across the war pick. And he picked it up. Now, let me be clear when I say that this war pick has a storied history. The people who touch it go mad. For the first couple hundred years that I'd held it, only a few had touched it, and we could not save any of them. With enough resources, we were able to save one person, and they were able to tell us what they had seen. That war pick is alive. There's a being inside of it. And if you grasp it, it grasps you. We did what we could to save him. Held him down, held him in the city for a few days. Used whatever arcane resources we had. That particular specialization, we don't have much of. But we were able to separate him from the weapon. Sadly, the damage had already been done. He wasn't the same person. He began muttering to himself and insisting that he was okay. He was due to leave the next day, and when we woke up, he was gone without saying a word. I chose, and you will not like this, but I chose not to tell anybody about it.
Then what was if? Then what was said to the kobold soul about his disappearance?
I'm going to be honest with you. We told them the same thing that we told you the first time.
And they just took it, that information, and
From what I understand, they didn't find his body in Humperdinck. Why would they come back to us? This wasn't his only stop.
I would assume that they probably would have came there to investigate at least a little bit.
They asked. And I told them. And they left us alone. And to me, that was worth it.
Do you know
May I
who
interject for a
was?
moment?
Do you know who from the Kobold Soul came to investigate?
Question. Give me 1 second. What's your question? Are you gonna are you interfering in game, James?
Yeah. As a once
Okay, give me.
once that question is asked, I'm gonna wait after. I'm gonna say it again.
Yeah. There was a halfling woman that came. She worked at the Rexingtram archive. She had some questions for us about what had happened, and I told her. He just passed by like nothing happened. That I had no clue.
Jack, for a moment.
Go for it. Yes, James.
You say it's the.
You're breaking up a little bit.
Hold on. You can hear me right?
Yeah, you good.
My Gucci. Okay. Approximately how long you would say the timetable between Gerard, was it,
Yes.
coming to you and the war pick being taken? What's the timetable?
Years.
How many? If you could approximate.
She looks over at Navi because you know exactly how long this has been. It's been close to around over 5 years, almost close to 6.
5 years, 2 months, 16 days.
Jesus.
So, in 5 years time. Now, just hear me out for a moment. It's me just putting little pieces together. I don't know if I have the answers here, but 5 years ago, this happened. Comes back, gets stronger, finds himself.
I'm not hearing you, brother.
Oh,
You're really breaking up for me.
okay.
Maybe it's
What?
low battery.
Give me one moment. Let me switch headphones.
I feel like you're getting to something, and I'm like, I don't want to go, huh? What? What?
I feel you.
Oh, the plugin. I see it.
Going old school.
Yeah. Can't believe it's old school.
Are we better now?
Oh yeah.
A lot better.
Yeah.
Okay.
Much better.
Wonderful. Now hear me out now. I say 5 years ago, this happens. He touches the war pick. He gets himself some sort of vision. leaves. 5 years later, he comes back stronger, with purpose, and with an ideal item to exact that purpose. He takes the war pick and he scards because he knew where to find it. Let's say that person that we're all chasing after isn't just your friend Jaraz.
From what I saw, from when Figure first popped up, was I able to recognize anything off of him? No, right?
Nope.
All I saw was the mask and then the scales on the other side, right?
I mean, you saw his half face, but it wasn't Dross. Or I should say, the face you saw wasn't Dross.
Don't like that.
Star Roasted, let's talk more about this war pick.
Oh, Jesus.
Okay.
The war pick itself, what kind of magic does it possess besides possession of the actual user?
The war pick. How do I put this? The war pick has the image of the scale tyrant on it. Because of that, and through some unfortunate, non consensual experiments, you found out exactly what that means. The ability to harness different dragon weapons through the war pick. It's almost like it could breathe what a dragon breathes. She's basically saying it has a breath attack.
So, when you say it changes people, does it change them physically or is it just mental?
Just mental. We never observed any physical changes to them.
I'm just thinking about the Dragon Boy that I buried.
That is right.
Would you say it's gonna sound nuts? Would you say that the war pick could have like an ability to change one's appearance?
I have no reason to believe that.
Okay.
Outside of the war pick, are there other weapons that exhibit the same type of magic or um, dangerousness? I would say, because I can only assume that if they went after the war pick, that they'll probably go after others that are like the war pick.
I know others exist. The vestiges are known. In some circles more than others. I am afraid I'm limited in that capacity. But they exist. But if you're asking if I know where they are, no. My main goal was to keep this out of everybody's hands, and it backfired.
Who
She
would
looks.
know? Who would
She looks over at Romero. She's like, I don't trust the crown with it.
Starosta? Besides Jaraz coming in contact with the war pick, did anyone else knew about it while it was in Hupperduke?
No one that's alive today.
Not even Goldswaddle?
We had a pretty extensive conversation following the incident at Hupperduke. So you could say he's pretty well informed now.
But other than him, can you say with confidence, I guess before it was discovered at Hupperduke, before that incident, would you say with confidence that no one else knew about it?
If they knew that a war pick existed, they wouldn't know the specifics of it regardless. Unless someone explains to you exactly what it does or you touch it yourself, it's really hard to tell exactly what you're looking at. they
Does
did touch it, they're not with us anymore.
does the war pick have a name?
I don't know.
Besides Gold Swaddle, who else have you told about the war pick?
Well, now the crown knows about it. I gave my testimony and I was extensive in it. Or
Do
else
you
they
know?
won't leave me alone.
Do you know what's their plan with you now? After this botched invasion,
Well, I don't know who they are that invaded here. If I know, from what I understand, the crown is going to let me go. Going to go back to Hubbarduk and everything's going to be not back to normal, but some sense of normalcy will start again
that's probably for the best.
as we continue to rebuild. I guess you could say me serving as bait was time served.
Ooh.
I'm gonna look at the rest of the group. All right, guys. Unless we have other questions, I think we gotten everything that we've needed so far.
Yeah.
I guess. I mean, as much as we can get, right?
Thorough stuff. Did you ever have like a good look at the masked figure that attacked Copperduke at once at all?
I had a front row seat.
But did you get?
I think I got as good a look as anybody did at him.
Did any look of recognition pop up at all, or
I,
was he just a total stranger to you?
I had no idea who or what that thing is.
Got it. I think I'm good for now.
From the looks of it, looking over from the looks of it, seems like there's more of them.
So, but this is also what we're getting to as well. We can only assume that he's already been possessed by this war pick since he's the one who's touched it. So now we can only think he was hard to fight before. Imagine now completely attuning to this weapon. How much more stronger he is at this point in time.
And if he's in control of it, or if the war pick is in control of him.
Either way, it's still a bad outlook for us.
Everybody, give me a history check.
Oh my god! Please don't.
I look at the ring that's on my finger that controls my spells. Is it still glowing? Has it been an hour yet?
It's been an hour so far. Yeah.
Well, just trying to give Izzy advantage.
Oh, an hour since you cast Enhance ability? No, it has not.
Yeah.
No, it's not.
It's not been an hour. Okay.
No.
Yeah.
But,
so
but it has
Izzy,
been an hour since the fight ended. That's basically what I'm getting at.
Yeah. So if you want to give a history check with advantage, Izzy, it's all you.
I got 23 on it.
I got 22.
I got 9. I'm not that smart.
My second roll was a 19.
Ooh.
I got 4.
I got a 17.
Okay.
Navi got
Yes,
it.
we win.
So
Thank you, James.
I think most people got this one.
Most.
Yeah, Leviticus definitely didn't.
Why? It's too on brand for the character.
Did I?
No. But looks like everybody else did. So hearing about the idea that it's taking him that the idea that the war pick is taking him over, right? You guys just finished bouncing that idea around. You were reminded of a conversation that you had a while ago with Cassandra when you first met her. When she told you about the fact that she was following dreams, she mentioned the contents of or the vague feeling she got from the dreams of that cloaked figure. She said she was following him because there was two, it seemed, combating voices within his head. And as of the day that you guys had circumvented was the day of the siege, she said that when she went in to read him again, his mind was a lot less organized. There was a lot more interference, and a third voice had appeared.
Nani?
She gave you the example of, in his mind, there's like a blue and a red dragonborn, and like somebody's like kind of washing all over it after he got his hands on the war pick.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god.
All right, I'm confused now.
Someone I get I think I
What?
just blurted it out. I think some that masked figure someone kind of created him, because if there's three voices, that means maybe the person was original follower of Bahamut, forcibly became a follower of Tiamat, and the war pick is just taking him over and making things unclear. Just like how we have this dragonborn that I just buried had a tattoo of Bahamut, but was most likely forcibly changed to become a follower of Tiamat.
So here's another question. Have you ever heard of a single entity being in control of different items that can possess them?
A single entity that can be in control of items that can possess people.
Yes.
So one person having mind control items is basically what you're saying.
So pretty much one person attuning to two different vestiges.
Um, I don't think there's ever. So it's a little unclear about like what information you're looking for here.
So what I'm pretty much asking is, has there ever been a time in history that has been recorded that one person has been possessed by two different magical weapons or more, which can explain for the three entities in that one dream?
Yeah, I think there are tales of people that have gotten like cursed weapons or something like that, and like there have been multiple of them, so their brain kind of just breaks.
Sounds like a triple
Now,
R.
with that being said, would it be so far out of the realm that this person is collecting different vestiges that have different, let's say, different sentient vestiges in order to control them all at one point?
And I think at this point, this is when Romero would pop up and say, the fact that they invaded here is confirmation that the vestiges are what they're after. That was the plan. Now we could say without a doubt that at least there is some interest from this group.
So then here's my question. Where's the next vestige then that's near here?
Bold.
Because if they're after the vestiges and they invaded here, then there has to be one close by, am I right?
They invaded here for the Starosta because we made them think that she had information on vestiges that she clearly does not have.
Then who
No,
would?
but
Then who would?
The interesting thing about the vestiges is that their whereabouts have been lost to time. They're ancient weapons gifted by the gods to their champions during a magical war that decided this world hundreds upon hundreds of years ago. They're artifacts. People have dedicated their lives looking for them and haven't found them.
all right, I'll take that. That makes sense. Cool. Do you know what that war pick is then? Would you know its name or which champion it was supposed to be held by?
Most likely someone who's not good if it's Tiamat that's giving it out.
That's a star. That's a star. Good. Good. I have two random questions now. Let's just overview. I'm going big picture.
Go for it.
You ever seen those toads that we fought before?
Absolutely fucking not. Everybody in unison, absolutely fucking not.
Okay, I thought I was the only one. This group, just so happens to have knowledge on vestiges, unknown creatures of unknown make that can cast spells at will. And now we have followers of Tiamat, I believe, just running around supporting all of this. It's a bigger picture. You said earlier that they're coming for the war for vestiges. I don't think so. I think that's just the catalyst. I think that's just the thing that they use to make their plans go. After they have the vestige, there's no one that can stop them. Or at least so they think.
So, your thought is, if we could cut them off from the vestiges at any point, maybe we can stop whatever plan it is they're going for?
Or at least put a damper in it. Because I feel like the seconds we spend sitting here, so I look around the room, are seconds spent making sure their plan goes to fruition.
This is true. I'm also going to warn you, this is going to be a very hard sell for the crown. All of their resources are pointed towards the war with the Kryn dynasty. To avert any to this is going to be pretty hard.
I say we don't need to pull that pin yet. That's a whole nother can of worms that probably do more harm than good at this point. I'd say they keep on doing what they need to do. I think we do this a little more covert.
We could do this covertly, if you wish. But I will be reporting everything that happened here to the king himself.
As you should. It is your job after all.
Yeah. The other people around him that I'm worried about. Who leaked the information that this was happening? We were carefully curating the information to figure out that, to make sure that it was isolated between one group. We know someone in the Cerberus Assembly leaked this information. We just don't know who. This invasion was a confirmation of that. We have some noise to make, but we do have to be smart when we get to the capital.
So then I'm guessing it would be safe to assume in order to take on one vestige, we would have to have another one.
What a power, friend.
I don't know. Power of friendship. Just everybody just starts glowing in unison. The power.
Get Captain America out of here.
Hey, Captain America, let our powers combine.
Wind!
Everybody hated
Water!
Heart.
Everybody hated
When
that.
these powers combine!
Heart. Boo this man. Boo this man. Boo.
You need love. You need love.
Shame!
Yeah. So I think you guys, all right. So continue the conversation if you wish to continue the conversation.
I'm just gonna kind of just sit back and just ponder everything that's just been said.
Yeah,
It's a lot.
I know. Because I was going to ask about my daddy, but now I'm like, damn.
Nah, ask about your daddy.
Floor's open. You got any questions? You might as well ask them now.
Oh,
Please
so
do.
I got a question. Starosta and all that jazz. I know we just got a lot of information and stuff is about to go down, but I got a question because you seem to know a lot. You've been around for a while. Would you happen to know or have any idea of who my daddy is?
No.
Any leads?
Are you sure? Not like a rando that passed through the town or anything?
Well, let's break that down real quick, Alsis. If let's say I saw an orc or a human walk by and just said, "Hey, look, that's some half orc's parent." What does that really do?
I got all right. Maybe this would be for for what? Forgot his name. I've been calling him Ronald McDonald in my head, but he's not Ronald McDonald.
Ronald? He's a clown. He's Clown Town.
I mean,
Roland. I've been calling him Ronald McDonald in my head.
I love it. I love it so much.
What I'm trying to do is I'm trying to gather some information on that one noble that I met when I was young,
Okay.
what?
but I don't know the years. So and so I want to ask him, like, do you seem to be close with the crown and all the crown, and you've been with them for a while. Do you recall any noblemen taking a quick trip down to the slums of Rexentrum? That's where I'm from, right? Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that.
Despite my years of service in the Royal Guard,
Obvious.
no. I was all around the Empire while I was active. I actually started my my tenure in Hupperduke.
You never heard of anyone from the crown just going down to the slums of Rexentrum at all?
Anyone who would visit the crown? Like who would visit the slums?
Yeah,
From the crown.
From the crown.
yeah.
I mean, yeah, there are people that visit.
What about you would recall, like, how old am I? I don't know how old I am, but like I won't say 20 years ago.
20 years ago?
Yeah.
20 years ago, probably not a lot.
Wink.
People, I hear that there's been an uptick of the nobles being in the slums, mostly due to the king's youngest son. He brings over some of the medics and the clerics from the castle to help the sick in the slums.
Okay. Yeah. It's a good start. All right.
Is there any record books we could probably look for?
That was smart.
Like birth record?
Yeah.
No, like a log, like, hey, just in case I disappear, people need to know I went to the slums.
Yeah, something like that.
Or where would we find that kind of information?
Yeah.
Where would you find that information? I feel like he says that in game. Information. I don't know. Some documentation on it for sure. Somewhere. He's just a dude. He doesn't know.
That's good. Yeah. Progress.
There's progress.
Now
Progress.
Now that we're on the subject of parents,
Okay.
you know any owl mask wearing luchador warriors
I'm afraid I'm not a wrestling fan.
other than me?
I'm not a wrestling fan. I don't know any wrestlers.
Oh,
There's a wrestler right in front of you.
Really?
So you haven't heard of me then?
I think he's just gonna look at everybody else. Like,
I give him a look like, don't look at me, man. I didn't ask you this shit.
Should I have heard of you?
You know what? I got no comment on that. You should, yes. You should very much know me. But I'll leave it like that.
All right. What's next? What's next, everyone? What are we doing?
Packing up.
I
I think Romero would like remove himself from the conversation and start like making sure everything good. Horse is good in carts. He's like, there's an extra cart because not everybody's gonna fit on one. And you guys could, and then also Yenra has her small cart. You see my boy
No one cares
Longfoot.
about Yenma.
And she's good. She's ready to ride alone.
Does Dick see his squirrels?
Yeah,
No friends.
squirrels, wolves. They're around. They're
I
kind of
just
like checking. They're checking the burned down forest.
Oh,
Yeah, right.
Listen, from the ashes, a new life will grow. They say even after a forest fire, you have fresh soil. Everything
Um,
grows better after that.
I was about to say, can we like somehow walk into the forest just a little bit and see like a patch of dirt and just sweep it away and it has that one new leaf that's like, "Toot."
Yeah, they're completely on their own. I'm already on the cart. I'm ready to go. Let's go.
All right.
Oh
D's, give me a nature check.
Oh God.
Ooh.
Well, come on. That's a 9.
You do exactly what you say. You pull over the dirt, and you just see a leaf that looks like it's new and fresh, and then
Oh,
it, then,
okay.
and then it bursts.
I tried, little ones. I'm sorry.
So,
You
But
see
that's
what
all
you,
said.
you see
From
one of the
new.
squirrels walk up to the leaf that's now messed up and just like holds it in its paws and it's just
You should remember this day. Remember who caused all this damage. It wasn't us.
I am
It was
paying
us.
absolutely no attention to the animals at all.
Wait a
well,
second. No,
I
this
mean,
is. So you're speaking of. Let me try something. D's,
Yeah.
where's Mouse go?
Oh, he pops out my shirt, comes up, he goes, "Yo."
What's up, dude? You understand me?
Yeah. Moscow understands the language. He just can't speak because he doesn't have a vocal box.
wait,
Why haven't we ever?
you can have a vocal box, otherwise how is he squeaks?
I look back
You don't have the
towards
human vocal.
Dick and Ulsus. You guys could speak to animals, right?
Ooh.
Yes.
Why haven't we ever spoken to him?
Oh shit.
I think because I had a hard time believing that Mousecule actually can talk and is not a regular mouse.
But you get past that.
Have you not seen the stuff he can do?
I mean, I've been in denial for a while,
He
That's
has
all
a suit of
Mousecule is.
armor.
but I know, but now I can see that I have been wrong this whole time. It's still kind of mind blowing.
I'm just
I
used to
didn't
it.
realize.
I
Why
never
didn't
saw
y'all
Mousecule
just
as
talk
an
to
animal. I
Moscow?
just saw him as one of us. Comrade.
One of us. One of us.
And
Don't
with
look
that, I'm gonna walk onto my cart.
yeah. Moscow just fist bumps Dick real quick. It's just like
Yeah.
Hang on, D's, you've had a mouse this whole time, huh?
What? I would like to do one thing before I hop onto the cart.
sure.
I would love to use my remaining 3rd level spell slot for plant growth. Do you want me to read that?
No, I know what it does.
All right, cool. I want to cast a spell. Do I have to be in the area for
You have
it to
there's a
fit?
pretty long range for it, so you can do it from where you're at.
Cool, because it says if I cast a spell for 8 hours, I can enrich the land, and then like
Oh
it's
no, yeah. You would have to like stay there for 8 hours though.
that's cool. Well then,
So we just gonna sit here for 8 hours while he's sitting on the cart?
I ain't fucking doing that. I was hoping to just regrow the forest. Okay, it
You
might
can
not enrich the land, but there'll be
you can regrow the forest temporarily.
Don't do that to them poor squirrels and wolves.
Listen, what's done is done. We gotta go.
Before Dick leaves, because the squirrels are they're followers of Stormlord, so he's gonna do a quick just a quick little prayer to them, that they will understand. They'll be like, and then he's gonna like,
Okay.
and he's just gonna go back to he's gonna leave.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm gonna have Eep get to the top of the cart that we're taking.
Sure. So here's the cart layout. Yenra alone. Romero's gonna be driving one of the carts. All of the NPCs are gonna be on his cart.
Okay.
And maybe like at most one or two of you can hop in with them, and you guys be the rest. Copy. Yes, James.
Yep.
Put me in Yimra's cart. You know the vibes, brother. Put me in Yimra's cart. I got things to do.
I'll be in Romero's cart.
Okay.
You said 1 or 2, right?
Yeah,
Who wants to
You
join?
are small.
And
Right.
and because you guys have your own cart, somebody has to drive it too. So
I'll drive it.
all right, Leviticus drives the party cart.
Oh
Perfect.
God, why?
Perfect. Exactly what I needed.
But before I get to the cart, can Mouse go talk to one of the squirrels?
Does Moskil want to talk to one of the squirrels?
Yeah.
Wait, can I?
Oh
Can
shit.
I?
They-
I
this-
still have first level spell
they-
slots. Can I do
he
speak
looks at
with
them like they're savages.
Can I? Can I? Wow. Can I actually cast speak with animals so I can talk to mouse skill?
Sure.
If
Sure.
if unless people are in a hurry to leave.
I know. I want to see this conversation.
Oh, okay, so I'm gonna cast level 1, first level speak with animals.
Because in my mind, Mouse saw that the squirrels understood the prayer and was like, hold up, what the fuck? So he gets down from my shoulder, he goes down to one of the squirrels, and there's just squeaking and chittering, and I don't understand what's happening.
All right.
Alright, cool. I
What do you
cast.
say?
Alright, cool. Mouse skill. Is your name really Mouse skill?
Ah, yes. My name is indeed Moskil, young Alsus.
He's distinguished. Wow, you're distinguished.
I have lived for a very long time.
How long is a long time?
And he like holds up one hand.
5 years? 5 months?
I'm 5.
Ah.
5 decades?
Just 5.
Your small-minded sense of the passage of time. I am 5. It's simply 5.
Cool. Do you know how much Deez loves you and cares for you?
I'm
I just
aware that I'm aware that she cares. She keeps me alive. It is why I stay here.
Wait, is there any other reason?
Self-preservation is the only reason you need, young lady.
Do you want me to tell that to Deez that at all?
I'll be frank with you, young Alsus. You can tell her, but will she believe you or believe me?
You got me there. You got me there, Mouse Skill. I can only imagine how this conversation sounds. Squeak, 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 squeak.
Yeah, you're squeaking to the mouse, and he's like pressing you.
I'm just saying, I'm just like. Oh. All right, quick question, because we were all kind of wondering. When I say all of us, I mean these. What did the squirrel say to you? So that I could probably relay the message back to these. These is kind of like curious.
They speak a barbaric dialect of our language. I didn't even want to interact with them.
Were they at least grateful for the prayer that Dick said?
I'm not even sure if they know what grateful means.
Mouse just called these dudes dicks.
Mouse people, how could you have these kind of thoughts? You sound like you're looking down on them.
It appears you're looking down on me because you didn't expect me to have any thoughts at all.
You have a point there. You have a point there. Good point. I like that.
Last I checked, I'm a member of this team as well.
You are a member of this team.
We are equal. We are equal, right?
We are equal.
He takes out like his beach chair still on Deez's shoulder. He's like,
I need
"That's
to
good
know
to know.
people. I need to know people's reactions to this fucking beach
It's good
chair.
to know."
I'm just sorry. This is a lot to take in. You know, just power dynamics and all that.
Whatever perceived power dynamic you appear to possess in this relationship, I assure you it's not that.
Okay. Well,
It has been nice chatting with you, young Alsus. It's about time somebody decided to converse with me.
but Deez has been conversing with you, unless she hasn't.
We communicate. We do not
It's been-
converse.
It's been more of a one-way street, as I cannot speak to her. Though I wish to. If you do have to pass on a message, say I appreciate her.
Is there anything else maybe that you appreciate for her that she could do for you? I mean, she did make like for you and stuff.
Because he's my home.
She's already devoted her shoulder to my life. I don't think I can ask for much more.
Understood. Good to see that you're alive and well because things were kind of crazy earlier.
Yes. Luckily, you decided to pull it out, right? I depend on you for my survival. Don't fail. Then he goes up for like a fist bump.
You know what? Yeah, fist bump.
That's it. That's it. That's it right there. That's it.
A please would be nice though.
Are you okay?
A please
Is
would
it
be
is
nice.
this too much for you?
No, now I'm starting to settle in. Starting
Okay.
to settle in.
Making sure.
Yeah. A please would be nice though.
Oh, before the spell ends, there is one very important thing I need to tell you that you must be able to carry on. And at that point, the spell fades.
I figured. I don't know why would you do that. So I relay the message to I guess Dick, and then to these,
This
and then
mouse feel back on my shoulder.
I have a look of conflict on my face on whether or not I should let her know about mouse skill and the one-way communication. But I decide to leave it for now and just say that he was grateful
Yeah, he's grateful. He's just chilling.
for
I
your
look at my
shoulder.
little dude. I'm like, you know what, little dude? I'm grateful for you too. Do a fist bump.
Weak.
He's like nodding his head, and while nobody's looking, he like grills Alsus real quick. He's
I thought we just had a fist bump. I mean, he does now. He doesn't understand me. We just fist bumped.
he's pointing to his ear, which is even more disturbing because you know he understands common.
I didn't appreciate that. I just glare at him like,
Like he goes into Deeze's hood and he just hides.
yeah.
So now it looks like you're just glaring at me. And I'm like, bro, what?
Not you. Just thinking. And I guess we should just head out, right, guys?
I'm in the car.
you guys are heading out. You guys are gonna ride out, heading towards Rexington, and we'll take a break right here.
That was worth it.
About what 5 minutes of Leviticus just mindlessly humming to himself while driving the car.
Yeah, so let's take 5 or 10. Water, bathroom, all the good stuff. Slow and steady session.
Slow and steady will most certainly win some races.
Oh yeah,
or at least
get some information.
make up for a lack of information for a while, because, and I wrote it in all caps, there's somebody in the war pick that's kind of big, you know?
Yeah.
I has a theory.
I heard some theories already. I love it. I love the theories.
I think I have another theory, but I think it was already implied.
What theory?
What if Vega isn't really the big bad? What if Vega is like a puppet for a greater enemy and is just doing the dirty work for some like a hidden enemy? I wanted to say that to the group, but kind of in private. But now I'm in another cart, so
Yeah, you decided to ride with Ronald, Big Mac Romero over here.
Ronald McDonald.
Ronald Mick, the clown. He's lacing up his clown shoes, bro.
So yeah, that's what I wanted to say. That's why I was asking earlier if like, I don't even know. Whatever. I'm tired.
You say you're tired.
Eventually, I'll relay that information when I
Okay.
get there.
I mean, you keep saying you're tired, but you're like very active today.
Really? Oh
Yeah.
my god! I feel like I'm like not even all the way up there.
I
I'm
would
trying
say
to
you're
be-
more active than you are usually at this point. With how you've kind of inserted yourself into the conversations, you were pretty aggressive.
Thanks. I guess that just means I'm recovering from the burnout, which is great.
Nah,
No.
nah, that's not what it means. You're still way burnt out. There's no way around it.
Mhm. But yeah, that's good because I had a complete view of myself during during this current session. But I'm just like trying not to fall asleep, which is why I'm laying down right now.
Yeah, no, that's cool. I'm over here because I have my second monitor now, so I'm a lot more organized. so
Yeah.
so I'm just like I can look at my notes while I look at you guys instead of like minimizing and looking around.
Yeah.
Just struggling.
Yeah.
Where's
So
my
now,
notes? Gotta.
yeah. So now I have my notes, and I wrote a lot of notes before I started here, so
Yeah.
just in
baby.
case.
Oh no. I'm gonna have to run this back at some point.
What happened?
As I do many a Sunday that we have a session of good old Dungeons and Dragons. There's usually a wrestling show that's on
Yeah,
that day, and
Royal Rumble is on right now
the Rumble is today. And
because they
I don't.
decided to move
See
shit
it.
to Saturdays like fucking idiots. But I
and
know they don't want to compete with the NFL playoffs. That's why.
which is completely understandable. I would
Yeah.
never want to complete with the NFC/AFC championships. Why
No,
would I?
it's gonna be the NFC one.
Oh, it's just gonna
NFC.
be the NFC.
Yeah, no, Rams and 49ers starts at 6:45.
Oh yeah. How do
The
you guys feel about Tom Brady retiring? Even though I think someone just said that Tom Brady is not ready to make official proclamations about retirement.
well, he's most likely going to retire. So if we go on that,
Probably.
then he's the greatest football player who ever played by a pretty wide margin. And it's going to be sad to see him go because for as long as I've loved football, he's always been in the league.
Yeah, that's a long ass time.
Mm-hmm. They're at 22 years,
It's like
and
I
he
was-
was elite in his final season.
he's like
You could argue he had a top 3 season for himself in his career at the age of 44.
Yeah, which is
Like uncharted
crazy.
territory. There's no precedent for that in the NFL for anybody even getting close.
Yeah, I was gonna say like it sounds like all right. I think this is a good cutoff.
The only quarterback that was good at the age of 40 was Brett Favre.
Oh,
And
That's it. And then he retired. So he retired after that. Brett Favre was really good because his Vikings days were very good. But
just
yeah, I'm very interested. This NFL playoffs has been absolutely sensational.
this
Last weekend, and everybody says it, and it's true. It was the best weekend of football of all time. Every single game was a banger, and what's funny is every single game was better than the last game.
which was the
like
craziest
like a
part.
build
Like,
up because once I saw the Rams Bucks game, I was like, "There's nothing beating this game right now. This game is fucking lit. It has everything you want in a good game." And then the Chiefs and Bills, it was probably the best quarterback game of all time. Like both of them just went off. Like it was like 2 perfect games, and then 13 seconds happened, and then
like it really made me feel like it was two friends in front of a screen playing Madden. Like,
yeah,
all right, so
they
you
were
score
playing
a
Madden.
touchdown, I'm gonna score a
That's
touchdown.
I think the saddest part about that, and I don't think enough people are talking about it, is because the Bills lost. Nobody's talking about the fact that Gabriel Davis had 4 fucking touchdowns in that game. 201 yards and 4 touchdowns. That's the most in NFL history for a postseason game. Like that boy was balling. He was cooking them.
He was he was in the
He was
words of he was rubbing his nutsack all over
yeah,
the Chiefs secondary.
because like in the secondary, the Chiefs said Stephon Diggs is not beating us. That's not happening. He had 3 receptions for 7 yards.
Like,
They took that man out the game. He's one of the best receivers in the league. They took that man out the game, but because of that, they were getting cooked between the lines. Because Gabriel Davis was just there. He had like skinny posts all day, and he was just getting into the end zone. I was like, "Yo, y'all ain't guarding him for nothing." He had 4, and yeah. It was actually nuts. It was actually nuts the way he was playing. Nobody's talking about it because they lost. I think that's really sad.
and it's really quick. It was like,
Yeah, it's really sad. I'm just like, yeah, we gotta talk about my boy Gabriel Davis. That man had a breakout game, and no one wants to speak his name. All right, he'll be back. He's young. I think it's like his second or third season.
but I'm just gutted, man. My Bucks had to die off in such dramatic fashion.
I mean, they could have died off by getting blown out because that was
They
what was
could have.
gonna, that was what's gonna happen.
Then they
Because
had to give me hope.
the Rams was on their ass, bro.
Yo, from
Stat
second one.
Nah, Aaron Donald and Von Miller were not playing with him.
This was Denver Broncos. I'm on championship time. Von Miller, he came through like OD every play. It's just like, you're there, Brady. I'm outside. I'm coming. I'm here.
Pretty much. All right. Yeah, I love that Stafford is kind of rewriting his own narrative right now. If you really think about it, like all the narratives around him was he can't win any big games. He's 0-3 in the playoffs. He doesn't do anything when he's called upon. All right, we're back. So I hope everybody had a pretty good few-minute break. So I got some agua ready to go. So to give you an idea of how long this travel is going to be, from
No.
from Odeslo to Rexentrum, it's not going to be long. It'll take you 1 day to get there. That's how close this place is.
Okay.
Wow.
Yeah, it's going to take a day and some change. It's technically 39 and a half miles away.
Oh,
So yeah.
I'm not gonna pretend like I'm mathing.
I'm just fucking tired, both in game and in real life.
Yeah, you guys are tired. So you guys could get up, start rocking, and the carts start moving. You guys are on your way. You're going to leave this death trap of a place completely behind, just in hopes of being able to uh, kind of just tell the information to the people that need to hear it. And as you go, you're going to... Weapon?
Since I'm in the cart with Ronald McDonald
Yeah.
and not driving it,
Big
am I
Mac
able
Romero.
am I able to long rest in it at all?
Well, you guys are going to leave and you guys are going to set up camp eventually, but there is some day, and Romero doesn't want to waste the day. So you'll be able to long rest until then. For right now, on the cart, you guys can take a short rest.
Okay, I'm fine with that.
Yay.
Click button.
I got stuff to do.
Oh.
Ooh, okay. Oh, by the way, you were trying to get into the cart with Yinra.
Mhm.
Give me persuasion check to see if he let you on.
Oh,
Well, please.
please.
Okay. Also, I need help.
17?
What?
Oh shit! Hold on. I need to how this goes.
But before that, the short rest. Do we put the automatically apply healing with dice result, or should I just take that off?
Or automatically apply healing if it works, because it'd be acting weird.
Okay. And then my thing has monk hit diet. Do I just do what it says to get my key points back for short rest, or just?
Yeah.
All right.
Just do what it says. If it doesn't help, we could figure it out. But yeah. Yeah, with a 17, you ask, and it's not the first time you're on a cart. And I think if anybody from this group that she would allow, it'd just be you.
Damn.
And I absolutely appreciate that. So, gonna mosey. I'm gonna start building bad news again.
Was that
Okay.
do it for me?
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Give me a Tinkerer's Tools check. Once again, we're only starting with schematics.
I take schematics
because we're on a cart, and you're not actually doing any machinations here. I get, because bumps on the road would have you stabbed by yourself. Yeah,
probably.
Yeah. Plus, I don't. We'll see what you get. We'll see what you get out of it.
What the fuck? Does anything happen with short rest? I mean,
Nothing happened for mine.
How many hit dice did you? How many hit dice did you use?
Oh, that's what that's. Okay, hold on. Let me try this again.
Gotta use 24. What happened, Izzy?
I used one.
If you used one, then and it didn't give you the health back, roll a d8 and add your Constitution modifier and add that to your health.
Okay, now we try this.
What?
Roll a d8.
Mm-hmm. And then you said
add your Constitution modifier to it.
Okay, I'm going to do that.
+2. Okay, cool.
So 7. Now add that to your health. That's how much. If you only want to use one hit die, that's it. You have a lot. If you only want to use one,
I'm going to do that.
So
Yeah. 1d8.
So
I rolled 1d8 before.
It doesn't give me back any spell slots for a short rest at all, right? It's only long rest.
Correct.
All right, cool.
It does for me though.
Wow.
4 plus. You said the Constitution modifier.
Yeah.
4.
You want us to roll the Constitution or just
I mean, if you're taking a short rest, and if you're actually like trying to heal,
Okay.
then yeah.
Oh, okay.
So add 7 points of health.
So yeah. Okay.
What? Oh, that goes rolled up in the bottom of the cabinet on the right side. Short rest for key points.
Okay. So, what spell slots did you get back, Ivan?
I don't know yet. It says that I can get up to a combined level of 3.
Yeah. So you could either get one level 3, a level 2, and a level 1, or 3 level 1s.
I'm gonna do second level and 2 first.
No, it's second level and 1 first.
Yep, second level 1 first. Sorry.
Yeah. Okay.
My answer got answered. My question got answered.
Okay. James,
Sorry.
as you're on the cart working, because you were able to kind of work out the rifle and use it, it gives you like having hands-on experience is going to help you quite a bit with this. Because of that, it doesn't seem very hard. You have an idea. You during this ride, you actually complete the entire schematic here, and you think that once you get to a place, you can probably start building this.
Put it into
Yeah.
my scroll compartment.
Parchment,
The drawer with the
rolled up parchment.
forks and spoons and stuff.
Okay. And yeah, so anybody else doing anything during this ride? Short resting, nobody any conversations y'all want to have amongst yourselves?
Yenra, you ever thought of having a gun?
She's in front kind of just like manning the cart, right? And like she hears that and you can see like she puts her head up a little bit as if she's like pondering it, and she's just like, "Nah, I like bows."
Fair. Crossbow?
She I'll go with the traditional shorter longbow.
Had to be sure. Your loss. I'm gonna keep drawing.
I mean, she's like, I don't really have to spend time reloading.
Well, that may be true, but at least mine could be magical. My ammunition, the gun itself.
There are magical bows and magical arrows out there as well. You're not special, James.
I thought I called myself special. You don't have to point it out like that.
Okay, anybody else? Nothing? Cool. It becomes nighttime. You guys settle down for the night along the road, and you guys set up camp with everybody around. And I'll just say that you guys have a pretty as normal as can be kind of campfire going around, and around is like all you and all of your NPC friends kind of sharing the fire, and a pretty humble dinner with your rations.
Can I have
And
marshmallows?
why don't you roll me?
I want to make some s'mores.
What if you
You
go
know what?
hunting?
You can have marshmallows because you're the chef of the crew, so I'll give you that.
No, but what if we make it funny and just hunt for marshmallows?
Do you want hunt for
Forage.
marshmallows?
Not a forage. It'd just be funny.
Do you
Yeah, I'm gonna forage. I'm gonna forage for marshmallows. No, I'm gonna forage for better chocolate.
We're creating content here,
Someone
guys.
could have dropped a bar of chocolate. You never know. You know how hard it is to make marshmallows?
You know how hard it is to make emotional damage.
What are you talking about? We had a great.
Like, wait, is it a
Remember
possibility I
time.
could just forage and find like a bag of marshmallows?
We had a.
You have a bag of marshmallows. You have your bag of marshmallows, okay?
But what if I try to roll for foraging of marshmallows?
You can be out there all day.
You can be out there all night.
You got a point.
I mean,
Gee,
you
I'm
can,
so tired. I should just go to
I
sleep.
feel like the only way that will happen if you got a nat 20 twice.
I mean, she just made the rules. You might have to fight a living marshmallow.
No. I said forage. I said forage.
Okay. Yeah. Little marshmallow people come out of nowhere, roll for initiative.
Just like quick, let's just burn him alive.
The
Whenever I
marshmallow.
hear roll for initiative, you know when you're playing Pokemon and you
Yeah.
do an encounter, it goes.
Yeah,
Oh,
the
yeah,
music
like-
starts playing. This right. Yeah. Yeah, just roll for initiative, and then like you marshmallow on,
It's like,
which will be my next custom race that I make.
Oh,
You too can play it as a marshmallow on in this version of Exandria.
I
They're
mean,
tiny.
you can. Cause I never watched Ghostbusters technically, but you know the.
What did you say?
I've never seen any of the Ghostbusters either.
I mean, I saw it on my TV playing randomly, but it was in Spanish, so.
I've never seen them randomly.
Oh, you was watching L Ghostbusters? That's crazy.
No, but what was the fucking giant marshmallow ghost name? Like cream puff,
Stay Puff.
Stay Puff, Marshmallow
Oh,
character.
oh, okay. I thought that was the Michelin Man.
Oh wait, no, wait, no.
Is he a marshmallow?
No, it's Stay Puff.
Huh. I don't
The
know why I
Michelin
thought
Man
it was
is
the
for
Michelin
cars.
Man.
I love that these / Galloway stays getting surprised at every turn.
Yeah, it's like the smallest amount of information is like what did you say?
Like, this is a mind blowing revelation.
So yeah, I'm gonna make some s'mores.
S'mores.
I want to hand one to Goldie. Make a tiny one for Mouse Gill.
I'm guessing these didn't need help setting up a fire. I could just breathe fire.
I mean, you guys could have had like a combined effort for this. This doesn't have to be like a one-person show.
Like we
If
don't
you
we don't have to set up like the campfire or anything. You just give me the marsh.
I mean, y'all could have shown off like your teamwork abilities to your NPC friends, and everybody could have done one thing. Someone could have got some sticks and stones. Somebody could just lit it up. Someone could have like put it in a pattern. You know, like there's like an old cat dog episode where they used to argue about like how to stack up the firewood. It's like no, it's the teepee. No, it's the log cabin.
So I casted dancing lights and put them like in a corner to make like a square around us.
Awesome, yeah. Even more light. Everything is cool. I think you guys are sitting around after you've gathered your marshmallows and your food, and you're sitting there, and everybody's kind of, it's a bit quiet. Nobody's really in a super talkative mood. This is only like several hours removed from what was likely the most traumatic thing to happen to everybody here. So they're a little show. The only person who looks normal is kind of Romero. He's kind of just like he's just in it.
It's like
Wait,
I've seen this so many times.
Wasn't he taken out of the fight early?
Yeah.
Or was
Yeah.
that?
He wasn't taken out of the fight early, but he did fall. Wasn't too early, but he did fall. He did some damage though, but he was out.
I'm just gonna be
And-
laying down and thinking about how long Deezus had that mouse. Just like, how have I never noticed? What? Like you think you notice an upright mouse? What?
Yeah, you guys see Leviticus stressed in the corner, worried about something. It's very unusual. I think-
Leviticus,
What do you want?
you alright?
Yeah. You know, I'm fine. Fine.
You sure?
Yeah.
It's a little more I'm fine than somebody who is.
Yeah, I'm fine. I'm just gonna be eyeballing these, looking for the mouse. Yeah.
Oh, that's right. Leviticus just found out that there's a
Can
fucking.
Mouse Gill come up to Leviticus and offer him a s'more?
Friends.
I mean,
Leviticus, from where you're at, you see a s'more walking toward you.
oh my god, that's gonna mess me up even more. First a upright walking mouse, and now a walking s'more.
There's some more, yeah. You
Someone
can't see the
gonna
mouse. You can't see the mouse under it at this point. You're just like, what the fuck is that?
think someone gonna knock out Leviticus or something. You acting kind of crazy.
All right, I'm gonna.
And
Leviticus
It
is
stops
gonna.
right. It stops right in front of you and holds it higher up.
You're just gonna see him start freaking out more. Like what? He's
After a while, you see the s'more just going up and down, and eventually just throws it on you.
I'm gonna flick the s'more away.
And you look back under, and you just see a mouse standing on 2 feet.
These come get your little walking mouse.
He has a name. His name's Mouse Skill, and he kind of
Leviticus,
upset you threw that s'more. He made it with love.
also,
I do
Leviticus,
not
watch
care.
out, Leviticus, watch out. He does understand comments, so
Mouse
he'll
Skill is
move.
just looking at you, Leviticus, and not moving,
Shoo.
just not budging, just looking at you with a vacant stare.
D's. This mouse has 5 seconds before I squash it. 1,
No,
I want
2,
you to-
Alright,
3.
I'm gonna just gonna pick mouse skill up.
Yeah.
I'm gonna calmly hand them back to D's.
As you
Just
like,
do a li-
as
do
you
a
as you
little
like
ramp.
rotate your hand away, like Mousecule starts turning his body so that he's looking at Leviticus, and you just see him go.
now.
Do a little ramp, so he just rolls off my hands.
He tumbles.
Yeah, I'm taking cover behind a tree. I'm going to sleep.
OD.
Uh, all right. So everybody's gathered around. I think Romero's gonna break the awkward silence in the circle. Is gonna look up at all of you guys and just be like, so considering the new information we got, are you guys gonna continue to pursue this?
I looked at Navi.
I mean, we're
I
pretty
will-
much past the point of no return. I mean, like, if we don't keep pursuing this and the worst happens, how can we live with ourselves?
I would definitely live with myself.
Leviticus.
I just burned the forest down. You think I care?
Fair assessment.
This is true.
Romero.
Yeah.
Will our answer to that question affect how you move forward?
I'm only here because I was asked specifically by the king. It's a favor. I am going back home.
Are you gonna do anything else when you go back home? Or until the next favor the king asks of you to do?
I'm gonna say, I'm gonna greet my family when I get it back, and I'm gonna shut the door.
Okay.
All right.
Got
I'm
nothing
just
else.
wondering because I think if I was still part of the royal guard, I'd want to be the one that ended this.
Wait, you're not part of the royal guard at
Not
all?
anymore. He said it. He's retired. Soldier.
Yeah. A lot happened.
What happened? Yeah. For clarification, he retired from the royal guard and moved out of the empire.
Oh, so where is home then?
Up north. I live in Uthadern.
I mean, out of game.
For the people who would know, which would be Alsa's dick, Navi, and that would probably be it. Uthadern is
Is that where the
It's actually close to where your session 0 happened.
Yeah, I was gonna say, is
yeah.
that where I fell off the roof?
No. You fell off in Palebank Village, but south of there is an underground city that is ruled by a diarchy of elves and dwarves.
Yep.
And it's called Uthadern.
It was the dwarf. It was a very feisty dwarf woman.
Yeah, so that's where he moved there. He's just like, yeah, the empire is too noisy and you can't truly retire. And he like looks down at himself. Yeah.
If you retired but you got called back as for a favor, what did you what would what did you get in return to do something that is obviously like life threatening?
Money,
When you have a, did you say money?
money, yeah.
What?
And I'm like,
Who said these?
I
it's
like I
it's
like
money. Well, I can go home and retire now from my life after retirement. And he's like, I run a small guild in Uthadern.
What kind of
Investigations.
investigation check?
No, no, I
Oh,
mean
you
like
said
no, it's an investigative guild.
he's
wait.
a detective.
Yeah, he's a detective. Like his life after the Royal Guard was he's a detective. Yeah, he's like, yeah, I run a small guild that takes care of local cases in Uthadern.
Oh damn, local
Would you
case.
happen to say that they're bounties?
Actually, I think that's another way of describing what I do.
I was gonna
Then
say like maybe these has a chance to ask about daddy,
But
but
Yeah,
I
he's
guess
like,
that
yeah, it's too noisy. I could hang out. My wife wanted it to be around elves, and she didn't like the brand that were here in the Empire, so we left.
if you ever need the world's greatest bounty hunter, just know him right there.
If you like cold weather,
hired help.
you're always free to visit.
I like cold hard cash, but I could do with some cold weather.
It gets cold. You can tell he doesn't like the super cold weather. You can tell he's like, if my wife didn't want to be there, man. Like I would have chose any other place with elves, man.
Miami.
The Miami of Exandria.
Yeah.
Probably be
Oh,
like the Menagerie Coast, honestly.
oh my God. That's like
Yeah,
Florida.
yeah, it is. Just water. The water's just gorgeous.
He's just
Sh-
dreaming about those beaches right now.
yeah, but now he just
Like,
lives underground. He's just cold,
he's like,
cold
hey,
all the time.
you're kind of like gazing off over there. Your eyes went kind of glazed over. You okay there?
Just thinking about what could have been. But yeah, I just plan to go back. I don't. Once I report, he knows this is a one time deal. I only did it because we're actually friends. So figured I could.
You're friends with the king.
Yeah.
Now, speaking of, are we get an audience with him? So we get an answer or two? Or is this just kind of like we're working for a person that works for the king?
I'm gonna do what I can to get you an audience with him. It'll mean a lot more if whatever you want to tell him, whatever information you want to present, comes directly from you. Just a matter if they trust you enough to get into the room. My word will go a long way, combined with everything else they've heard about you since the siege on Humperdinck. So
We fought alongside you. You're still
several
alive
times,
now.
several times. You guys keep popping up.
You're alive and well. Hopefully, your word, as long as your life, grants us enough of a chance to have an audience with the king.
Yeah, but I do ask, like, what would you do with that audience anyway?
Looks at James.
It's a good question.
If you had a chance right now to speak with the king of the Dwendalian Empire, what would you say to him?
Is he the king?
Well, let's start with what got me here in the first place? Vestiges. I'd probably dump a lot of information. Now, I mean a lot. We going back Humperdinck to now.
Okay.
Mostly, I really want to know his outlook on the whole thing. What he thinks of this. Is this just a small distraction? Or is this just some unknown blip on his radar? Because if he sent you as a favor, then this favor should have probably been a little less grandiose.
I'm afraid that as of this point, it's more of the blip to him, which is why he just told me to handle it.
Wait, I just want to confirm this. The whole vestiges situation is a blip to him?
What part of there's a war going on do you not understand?
I'm hearing you. I just want to make sure that I get this information right and understand that.
So that is true. I like. What is this war about? What caused it, and what are y'all fighting over?
He looks down for a second and kind of thinks about whether he should say this. Then he looks back up at you, and he says, The Kryn dynasty and the Empire have shared a border since their inceptions. There's been battles and skirmishes going on for a while, many years, hundreds of years at this point. It's been on and off with truces, and lately it's been broken. The general public of the Empire don't know this. Don't know the reason. But being outside of the Empire, people are a bit looser with information, I should say. The Kryn dynasty believe that the Empire stole something from them. And once they figured that out, or even had that thought, the war was on in full force.
Do we know what was stolen or presumably stolen?
A religious artifact of theirs.
Vestige.
I don't think so. It's not a weapon.
Who said vestiges have to be weapons?
I was going to say the same thing. Could just be a sacred artifact.
Yeah.
Vestiges were weapons that were created in order for its champions to use.
Nah, but by the way that y'all were describing it earlier, it was an artifact. And artifacts, or rather, swords, could be used as decoration, could be used as warning, could be just there. The application of the sword is what changes its intent.
Possible. The people of the Kryn dynasty are tight-lipped about their religious experiences. But the information that does come out, it's usually intense because they are, when it comes to their religious beliefs, they are very, very aggressive.
Swords don't kill people. People kill people.
With swords.
It's just a tool.
Cool. But that line gets blurred when magic comes into play. I'll say that for sure. So yeah, they believe. I have no way to tell whether this is a misunderstanding or not. But they believe it, and until they are proven otherwise, or until they find the item, they won't stop.
Do you know what type of greeting we should be expecting once we get there?
Well, as long as I'm there with you, you should be okay. Should be well. He rethinks about it. He's like, if we're tracking this correctly, then nothing should have happened at Rexingtrum.
Sure.
I hope that's the case. But if something did happen, I hope they brought everything they had, because it would take a lot to get through that defense.
I would think. How do you feel about this war?
I didn't want any part of it. I didn't want my family being the crosshairs of it. That's why I left.
You left the crown, or you left the city?
I left everything. I left the country. I left the crown. I left the job. I left it all.
And if the king asked you a favor to help join with the war effort, would you decline?
I would decline.
Hmm. It makes me feel like you feel like this is more important too. Now I'm starting to think whether or not or how much information I should give him. I mean, who's to say? This is a bunch of happenstance and information that I'm just throwing at somebody with all, I wouldn't say almighty or infinite, but a heaping helping worth of power. To a man that high up, hearing something about that little blip, that takes resources away. I have to rethink my strategy.
I guess I have a question, both in game and out of game. I want to finally use forceful presence on Romero,
Okay.
but I want to use it as a persuasion check with advantage.
Okay.
Because I want to, I guess, if it counts as a persuasion, I want to ask him if money was actually the only reason why he decided to do this job for the king.
Give me a persuasion check with advantage.
Thank you. Please don't fuck this up. Wow. 1. Well, I got a 15. Does that get me anything?
Yeah, you ask him that, and he kind of smiles a bit. He's like, I guess I'm not as secretive as I'd like to think. This was a bit personal for me. The money is good, but they attacked Hupperduke, and I know a lot of great people there.
That always goes back to Hupperduke. That's very sad.
He pulls out his pistol, and he's just like, my love for the firearms came from there. First place I got when I got enlisted. People there
James,
mind their business. Why are they?
Hmm.
Why did they have to get caught up in this?
James, sounds like you can relate with him.
Relate? We'll be business partners before long if you keep talking like that, sir.
Yeah. So as detached as I've wanted to be, it's a little hard to stay that way when I hear about what happened. Starosta treated me nice while I was there.
Sorry for what happened.
So Starosta there.
You guys are all here. Everybody we know is here. Everybody's around.
But
What's your take, Miss Asbach?
wow.
I want these guys dead.
Just wanted to know. My fault.
You and me both.
Oh yeah, now it's personal for Navi.
But as personal as this Romero again, as personal as this, yeah, I can't in good conscience stay and deal with it myself.
You were not alone.
See, will you will you be able to really go back home like this? Again, and just rest and let everyone else take the reins? You don't have to
I think
answer
so.
if you don't want to.
I think so.
Do you want
Yeah.
to? Is the question.
Do you want to? A retired officer.
We could use you.
You say you have a wife. Do you have children? You said?
Yeah.
If you could see his face light up real quick, I have 3.
Oh shit.
I look,
Here we
I
go.
look at, I look at these. I'm just like, do you really want to take a family man away from his family?
But think of all the other family men.
Looks back at Romero. Well,
Oh, look at him. He looks at me.
So are you trying to get him to stay? Is that what I'm getting from this?
Is there a persuasion check coming his way? I need to know.
If that is your intent.
I I would love to have you around. It'd be wonderful. I'd throw my help.
Cool. You throw help, then this won't be with disadvantage.
Mm.
One person rolls me a persuasion check, and I'll say it's Alsa's.
It won't be me because we only got plus
Give it.
one.
Okay, fine.
You get a persuasion check with the help of James, so it is a regular roll, and it's a high DC. I'll say that.
Guidance.
Okay, somebody please.
Can I hit it with the guidance?
Say it.
If you hit it with the guidance, it'll be at disadvantage again because he's going to see you casting the spell.
Never
I
mind.
got 22.
Ooh,
I got
literally
22.
Is that high? I think that's high.
Look at his face.
Okay.
Standards.
That is
It's meant to be,
You
you know.
son of a
Alright.
bitch.
All right.
It's like, well, now I gotta
Well-
change everything.
No, it's not that. I'm just like, if you think I'm disappointed in the fact that I might have to play this character longer, you got me all the way fucked up. I think there is a look on his face of considering it. He's considering. He's like, why? Once we talk to the king, we'll be able to figure out what we want to do. And everything will be clearer.
Okay.
I have a question.
Okay.
As you said, you have an investigative guild back home.
Yes.
Would we at least be able to ping you every once in a while, at the very least, and use your resources if we need to?
And your guild only pertains to local investigations? Or are you
Yeah,
willing
it's a small business.
Okay.
Everybody over there is in Uther, they're local, and they're just doing work. We work together with the law enforcement there to help out. And with that said, we don't really have that many resources over there. It's a very small business, and it's very, very, very far up north. Like it's. I could give you the exact miles away it is.
This is like the North Pole.
It's the northern edge. Let's see. I'm gonna do that right now because I happen to have a ruler.
It's the top of the map.
Uh,
No Point City, if you
No.
will.
not considering terrain along the way, which there would be a lot. He's 532 miles away up north. To get through him, you'd have to go past Shady Creek Run, all the way north, past all that stuff, and you'd have to cross some water, cross a cursed forest.
A cursed
Drive over
forest?
a lot going on up there that you got to get through
That
before you
actually
get
kind
to
of
him.
sounds like fun to get through, but I'm pretty sure it's not fun.
Hey man, whatever you consider fun. And he's just like, yeah, I don't think we have many resources, but we can speak to about after we speak to the king.
Do whatever we like. That's fine. Now, if y'all excuse me, I have some business to do. So I stand up, walk away from the group,
Okay.
and I
Okay.
take out my sending stone, and I start reporting. Recap everything that happened in this encounter, who was there, who did what, everything. Details. I leave nothing out.
Damn, I forgot you were an agent of the High Curator.
No, he's working with somebody from the assembly.
Yeah,
River Ormond Haas.
there we go.
And he goes, understood, James.
Just so you knew.
So do you think he could find the person who's the snitch?
Ooh. Can you remember?
I do actually. Now that I was about to take my hand away, and I put it back. Do find me, whomever got that leak out though. If you could, that is.
If Romero is sure that it's somebody in the Cerberus Assembly, there's not really many names that it can be. And I think at this point, he's going to start telling you the names of the people in the Cerberus Assembly and who to watch out for. So it is no time. Good move. I didn't expect you to pull that out right now.
Everyone
But
gets your
I came prepared.
Bring up
The-
that dual monitor.
yeah, the other monitors here. So what he goes into telling you is that basically there are 8 members of the Cerberus Assembly, and they represent the archmages of the entire continent. Well, not the continent, but the country. Basically, they're the most brilliant arcane minds available to the Dwendalian Empire, and they have helped push the Empire forward. In this case, he speaks about himself and the fact that he's already told you he's the Archmage of Cultivation. Basically, he's a talent scout. He is the person who looks out for anyone who is gifted with the arcane that is outside of Rexentrum. His jurisdiction is everything that is not Rexentrum, but he is stationed in Zadash to run the Hall of Erudition. Looking at the other members uh, of the Cerberus Assembly, he starts with who do I even start with here?
The
He
one
starts
in
with he starts with Trent Ikathon, the Archmage of Civil Influence.
nigga. His
He
name is Trent.
yeah, civil influence. He's an older gentleman who used to run the Soltris Academy, which you understand to be the big magic school in Rexentrum, and ever since then has worked as more of a politician for the country. Vast knowledge in arcane, extremely talented in what he does. The next person would be Martinet Ludinus Deleth, who is an elven man, and his title is the Archmage of Domestic Protections. Um, he's in charge of the military of the Dwendalian Empire.
One more time.
His name,
Archmage of what?
Domestic Protections.
Okay, keep going.
Yeah, he's in charge of the military structure. Yeah, so he oversees basically everything that's gone on in there. All right. So anything military related or in terms of defense law enforcement, he has his paws in that. He's the guy that they answer to. You have Baroness Jenna Eresser. She is the Archmage of Industry. She's a younger human woman that she's kind of like the tax collector, and she looks over the guilds, especially in Rexentrum.
She's the Archmage of. I'm sorry, I keep missing them in the beginning because I try to get the names at the same time.
Yeah, Archmage of Industry.
Industry.
Yeah. Then there's Master Dulan Tversky, who is a gnomish. Let me make sure I have the right everything. A gnomish female. And she is the Archmage of
Of what?
Dysology. Dysology. She's in charge of the study and understanding of abnormal creatures and arcane creations that might be threats to the Empire's way of life. She's also there to kind of debunk what would be called like bad science, which is what dysology is. Bad science, or anything that's kind of like looked at in bad faith, or something that may be like a myth that is perceived wrong. Like she's the person that would be on top of kind of hatching that out. Like, for an example, be like, are all goblins bad? Is that a thing? And if that's the case, can we prove why or why not? She's into that kind of stuff. Yeah.
I would. So in the middle of that, once he explains all of that, I'd stop him and I'd be like, "Be sure to get her on the line and get me an understanding on those goddamn toads that could do magic. 'Cause that was crazy."
Yeah, I was gonna
I
say
apologize for interrupting.
where she's based right now.
Everybody he's saying is based in Rexentrum except for him.
So I could do that later. My bad.
Yeah. Next on the list would be Lord Athesius Uladon, who is the Archmage of Diplomatic Union. He's basically the ambassador of the Dwendalian Empire.
His name sounds like he would be that.
Yeah, yeah. He has a really
I'm
cool
sorry.
name.
That name just Archmage what?
Diplomatic Union.
Diplomatic unions.
Yeah. His job is to foster positive relationships with people of power from beyond the borders. Okay. Next is he's a human man. Next is Lady Ves Doragna. Ves, De, and Ragna are all separate words, by the way. And she is the Archmage of Antiquity.
Ooh, history.
Yes, she's a historian, and she has kind of dedicated her time to unraveling the mysteries of artifacts from past. She's kind of like a really big time archaeologist
We gotta talk to her.
in a way.
Might be it. But keep going. I don't say that out loud. That's a thought in my head. She might be it.
Yeah, and then there is Headmaster Zivon Margolin.
Merlin.
By the Margolin. By the way, Vestaragna is a female half elf. Headmaster Zivon Margolin. He is a male human, and he is the Archmage of Conscription.
Wait, like charge of enlisting folks?
Yeah, yes. Specifically in the context of the Dwendalian Empire, he is the current headmaster at the Soltris Academy, which is the biggest magic school in the nation. So he is the one that scouts for talent. He's the guy that recruits. He's the one that makes them allies of the Empire, gives them jobs afterwards. He's that guy. And I believe that's all of them. Yeah.
Trent Ickathon, huh?
Well, I got some suspects.
Yeah. So Ormid is like, if you're looking for somebody, it has to be one of those.
My guess, if I were to be a betting man, it might be Lady Vess. It might be Trent. Not sure. None of those other archmages seem like they'd want anything to do with some of the stuff that's going on. But antiquity, civil influence, they could leak things. It's a thought.
All right,
Now,
James. Keep
are
me
we
posted.
all able to hear this, or just him?
It's a direct line to James. He'll be able to tell you what he's done once the conversation is over.
If I tell you.
Yeah, I was
If he
gonna
tells
say.
you, he can absolutely just not tell you anything.
Yeah, I was gonna say if he wants to relay anything.
That would be like, something y'all could do, but y'all got to do it. So yeah, I finish, come back, sit down.
Click. Yay for information.
Damn, that was good. Lord dump.
The Lord dump. I highlight the factions list in the book, and I just go, you want to know about something? Here you go.
Oh man.
Yeah. So that is that. So are you gonna tell people about this?
I've come back.
Mm-hmm.
How was your talk with Yinra?
She's there, isn't she? Or is she
Yeah, she's
somewhere
she's
in the
here. She thinks she's like in the shadow eating food. No, she's sitting down with everybody. Everybody's hanging out.
Okay. I don't know why I thought that.
I look at Yenra when she says that. Like, do you know what she's talking about?
I don't know why she would think we talk.
Like, I don't. I mean, we.
Oh man.
Never punish somebody for a bad persuasion check for a whole campaign, but I feel
So
like
hard.
this is. I feel like this is just the way to do it.
It shouldn't.
It was just like session 1, failed persuasion. She hates you, bro. Like, it's just the way it is. Sorry.
Has one wonderful role.
I was like, I mean, we talk, but like, haven't spoke recently.
Yeah. I mean, it's cool. It's cool. But yeah, are you gonna tell them or not? Because we're just gonna move on. If not,
Yeah, we can just move on.
cool. Awesome. All right. So
Wow.
Did you need to do? You did what you needed to do, James?
More or less.
awesome. So I would say the night goes on. Unless if anybody has nothing else to say, we will fast forward through that. Okay. So you guys are. I would say we need people to keep watch at night.
God,
Oh, shoes and ladders.
So we'll do 2 at a time.
I'll go first.
And we'll do 2 at a time, 2 watches. So give me my first pair.
I'll go first.
Raise your hand. Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
James.
So I'll be second watch.
Okay, so Alsis and D's.
Oh shit! I thought James wanted to watch with these.
Oh,
I
okay.
mean,
yeah, go
hey,
for it.
you can
Go-
do either way. I don't really care.
I don't care. It doesn't matter to me.
All right, cool. With whatever you said, me and these.
You and D's, the 2 people who never talk alone this whole campaign.
How's the camp layout?
Is there a specific way you want to lay it out? Because like you guys have the equipment, so you can lay it out however you want it to.
I just want to make it so that there's one entrance in. And I want to cast alarm.
Oh yeah, that's fine. Having one entrance in like a forest side is kind of weird, but okay, we'll do it.
Well, mainly the most exposed side. I want to do alarm.
You got it.
And yeah,
Absolutely.
you know, I grew up in the forest, so I'm used to picking up like half the stick of trees and then just putting them in.
Leviticus is doing the weirdest shit in the corner. Just,
Hey,
like,
whatever keeps him occupied.
yeah,
It's very in character.
yeah, it is. Leviticus is always just doing random stuff in the corner. Like,
Hey, so what's the D&D equivalent of ADHD?
oh, it would be ADHD. Yeah, so you guys are on watch alone as the rest of your friends have earned their sleep, to say the least. I need perception checks from both of you.
Whoa!
Heart.
Oh,
14.
I didn't. I got a 13.
Hmm. Okay. Yeah, it doesn't seem like anything's going on.
I hate when he says that.
It
Because
doesn't
I don't
seem.
know if we passed, if we failed.
Yeah, nothing's going on. I'm not looking up a way to punish you for that.
Oh.
Okay. If you guys are done, don't want to say anything, you guys could just go to sleep.
I want to ask Alsis. I heard you're squeaking with Mouseskill. And he's
Yeah.
been acting strange lately. Since then, what did you say to him?
It's more like I guess he just felt offended that it seemed like I didn't think he was intelligent. So I think he's
Wow.
feeling that. No, because
Ooh.
it was true because
Whoa,
didn't-
pause. Hold up. You just said Mouskill's not intelligent, and then you
well,
said it's true.
well, I didn't think he actually understood common. I thought he would. I thought, to be honest, you were just talking to a mouse that was just
So,
squeaking and for
so
no
not
reason.
only are you saying that Mouseskill is stupid, you're saying
Anything
I'm
else?
crazy because I was just talking to a mouse.
I just talked to a mouse, and that mouse skill said he was grateful for you. You're gonna forget all that?
No, no, no. We both understand each other. We know this because Mouseskill understands common, but you didn't think he understood common, and you thought I was just randomly talking to a mouse.
Yeah.
So you thought I was crazy. I look at Mouseskill, I'm like, see, okay, I understand why. You're right. You're totally right.
And then I look at Malskill and I look at him and I basically communicate through my eyesight like, hey, I don't want to say what you told me earlier if you're gonna keep disrespecting me like that.
He didn't even disrespect you though. We just looked at each other like, see,
Like,
that's what I was talking
like
about.
Moscow outside of sight of Deez's eyes.
Better vouch for me then. And I know Malskill understands common.
Like, you know what, Alice? I'm looking at you in a new light right now.
I apologize. Hopefully I can be forgiven in the
Mm, mm,
future.
mm,
I
mm,
don't
mm,
imagine it'll take 5 ever.
mm, mm, mm. I'm done with my watch.
Well, I will say this. Malskill is very distinguished.
Of course. Oh, you thought, oh, not only did you think that he was stupid, you thought he was just some gutter rat.
I didn't say that for sure.
Wow.
So y'all got watch.
Okay.
I didn't say that.
Well,
You said
just because
that.
I grew up on the
I
streets and
didn't say
Oscar was there does not make him a gutter rat. He is a very distinguished man.
All right, cool. He's a man
He's
or a
taught me things, finer things of life. But you know,
I didn't say he was a gutter rat. You
oh
said
my God, this is. I get why Leviticus was talking about segregation and stuff. I see where it's coming from. I see where he got the vibes. I see where he got the vibes.
forgot.
I thought after all we've been through,
It is a problem in our society. I'm saying this out of game. All right.
after all we've been through.
I mean, now I definitely believe that he understands common and is not a random rat that has joined request.
He has a whole uniform and he wears glasses.
He wears glasses. Oh wait, he does wear
You
glasses.
yes,
I
and walks on his feet and has a mini javelin or spear. You know what, Oscar? You don't have to prove yourself to anyone.
Content.
He's just eating up everything you're saying, Deez. It's like, yep, that's right. You know it.
You know, I'm gonna continue. I'm gonna look over there, and you can look over there and think about just what you've been saying.
Okay.
All right, who's up next?
James.
James,
I'll,
James and Dick are gonna go up. Let's get it.
yeah, I'll go.
You
All right.
okay, James? Did you see something that wowed you just now?
Wowed me?
Yeah.
I wouldn't say I'm wowed.
That's not
It-
good.
It's more like wow.
Oh,
But
it's the bad.
you know,
It's the bad wow.
it's not really even a bad wow because if I got into it, I'd explain too much and probably give the answer away as to what I'm saying wow to. So wow is as far as I'm gonna get. Now, Dick,
Yeah, what's up?
how are you feeling, my friend?
Okay.
I'm feeling refreshed. I'm feeling good. I got the cord in me. I got the cord in me.
I hope.
Cord is good all
Give me
the
perception check.
time. All
Yeah, I'm
the
gonna start
time.
doing perception
Yeah,
checks.
Cord is
I thought
good.
I thought you guys were onto something.
As I start my monologue because I'm about to cut a promo on you.
All right, go for it.
Oh my god. Cord is good. Is Cord good?
Are you though? But I only really say that because I would think, as to somebody of your stature, because my eyes were everywhere, yeah, earlier today. I seen a lot of things that I didn't expect to see. One of them, chief and being, you were in a fight. You got scared.
Oh no.
One of the things that came across to my attention is that you and Yenruk had crossed paths during that fight, and that was just kind of like Why would Dick run away from a fight? He's the largest, strongest. He's Dick Blood. He's the champion of the people. So why would he run away from us? You know? Makes me think. But before I get ahead of myself, you didn't redeem yourself. You did come back, and you are the reason we're standing here as together and complete as it can be. So I'm glad you feel good. And I hope what is in you.
Tell me you didn't just say that. You know what? He kind of Dick composes himself. He's like, you know what? You're right. You're right. I got a little stage fright. It happens to every wrestler every once in a while. And Jinra, she spoke some sense to me. Your girl, she spoke some sense to me. So
Girl, that's wow. That's high praise.
I don't I it won't happen again.
Well, I know it won't. Since you're the strongest one of us, Dick Blood, I don't want to see it happen.
You really
You're
think
such a good wrestler. It would hurt my feelings.
You really think I'm strong?
I mean, at least marginally stronger than Leviticus.
Stronger than what? He's bigger than me though.
I'd say marginally. I'm not really sure of the answer.
Well,
That would have to be a match I'd love to give 5 stars. You know what I'm talking about.
It was, we do have a future match that's gonna happen. Definitely a rematch. I kind of beat him the first time. We fought, but it's kind of but definitely be a rematch with him.
I'd be delighted to see it. All right. That's all I got to say. We can go back to watching.
All right. So with your perception checks, you are you're pretty confident that things are pretty calm tonight. Completely. Considering what has happened relatively nearby. You would think that any wildlife that wanted some issues is probably not going to be around here. Yeah, so you guys take your watch, and I will say everybody gets their rest, and you guys can all take a long rest.
Oh.
You made it to the end of the day.
Thank you, 8 pounds, 6 ounce, baby Jesus.
Yeah, my Jesus is business casual.
How I love to have 55 hit points again.
Yeah.
Now I have all my keys and my life-saving techniques back.
8 and 13.
Yeah. Okay. So in the morning, you'll see when you wake up that Romero's awake before anybody. Yeah, and he's picking up everything. So all the equipment is gone. And by the time everybody is fully awake, he has his stuff already on the cart, ready to go. So I'll say you guys roll up and kind of get back on your carts, and we can continue driving along. So you drive for a while. I'm going to need a perception check from Leviticus.
Oh, God.
Yeah, just Leviticus, because he's driving the cart.
Right.
Now I have other perception checks.
I rolled an 11.
An 11? Okay.
Dun,
11.
dun, 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 dun.
As you're all rolling along on these carts, and you kind of come across as you kind of reach the clearing of the forest, and you do see this, like, the massive outer gates of what appears to be the capital of the Dundalian Empire. Rex and Trump.
For a moment, I thought you were about to say horse because I got flashbacks.
I was about to get a rock ready.
Imagine if I said all of a sudden you just see a horse tied to
It's the rocks.
a tree on the side of the road.
Back to rock throwing.
I don't even want to know what that would turn into, but
I swear to God, if y'all throw rocks at any more horses, when y'all could fucking talk to them, please use your brains for once.
What are you gonna do about it? Like,
what are you gonna do, big boy?
And
You
I'm
don't
going.
want to know what I'm gonna do.
I'll throw rocks if I want to throw rocks. All right, big guy, calm down.
Hey, first of all, you're the big guy. You're the tallest guy here. Don't call me that. Number two, stop throwing rocks. Animals is why I draw the
All right,
line.
big guy. Listen, if I just see a random horse on the road, I won't throw rocks. All right, I can promise you that. But if it looks suspicious, or if it looks like the same horse as last time, I'm hurling the largest stone I can find.
Hold on.
Didn't do anything the last time.
He didn't do anything to you. But if a horse, for some astronomical reason, begins to attack you, throw a rock, throw a sword, throw your body if you have to.
And as you guys get closer, you see like the road that you've been following the whole time, and the outer gates. Beyond the outer gates on left and right, you'll see a lot of agriculture. As you'll see like the farmers who live outside of the big city here, and you can tell they have like businesses and they import directly into Rexentrum. These very large, like fucking sprawling ass farms, big, are all around. Looks kind of beautiful, very rural countryside kind of look outside of the gates. And Leviticus, as you're riding by these farms, you do see a very suspicious horse in the stable of one of them. That seems to be giving you the shifty eyes a bit, like he's
That chance.
Target identified. I'm going to grab the largest and most jagged rock I can find.
You're a gun.
How far is the horse?
Behind you.
How far is the horse?
you think if you have a good enough throw, you can make it.
Yeah,
That's what I
as hard as I can. I'm gonna.
You
throw
see,
a rock
James?
at it.
You see, James?
Give me a an attack roll with I mean, like, just give me an attack roll. What you would have? You have any ranged weapons?
If Leviticus gets us in any kind of trouble,
I'll have a longbow.
to be
You have a
honest,
longbow. You have the battle axe, right? Too. Can you just give me a battle axe swing?
oh,
We'll take it as that.
Come on, hit the horse.
That's a dirty 21.
by the way, is he doing this so fast that we cannot stop him?
Yes.
I'm
'cause-
assuming that's fine. You don't have
Like
perception.
my hand is on the gun. Like I'm like,
Yeah, your hands on the
if you
gun
don't-
as you reach for the. And like in slow motion, you just see this rock, and and you can see it kind of in slow motion as it's about to hit the side of this horse's face.
Is it playing the music?
Yeah, it's like the NFL countdown music. As the rock like breaks on the horse's face and the horse falls limp inside of the stable.
Does this stable look like it belongs to a rich person?
No, they're farmers. They're really not rich.
Okay, but he was acting shifty.
No, but the farmers. I mean, we don't know they were acting shifty. Only
No, he said the horse was looking at Leviticus shifty.
yeah, but only Leviticus caught sight of it. We
So
don't-
in this
And
like
the horse go down.
as it smashes completely breaking all the bones in the horse's face, the horse
Oh, no.
falls limp to the side, therefore kind of breaking this very ramshackle looking stable off as it all collapsed on top of each other on top of the horse.
these are farmers.
Teach you to mess around next time.
And as you kind of haven't stopped the car, he kind of did this in like motion. He just went, and as you're like riding away, like you could see like this really old farmer limping towards his stable. Wondering what's going on. He's just really slow, and you guys just ride by it.
This was a drive-by.
You just drive by it.
This was a drive-by.
On it. Oh boy.
Why? Why would
I
you
want.
do this to the farmer?
I know all that was gonna happen.
Mm, I didn't know he was actually going to take it. We'll see. We'll see what we'll see what happens when that farmer comes back for his revenge.
Fuck, that's over.
It's going to be the last session of this campaign. The farmer's going to pop up and just put one at the temple of fucking Leviticus.
Just
Wait,
and that's what you get.
Bad news straight to the face.
I've been
What you
chasing
say,
you this whole
Valerie?
time, boy.
You're like, my horses.
Battle.
Is that what you said? My horses.
My horses. My stable. It's like it's ironic. My stable was unstable. No.
I thought like though when you said it broke the bones in the face, I don't know why I thought like the horse was gonna reveal to be like an actual villain. And
Me
then
too.
it just
I
fell.
thought
And
you
I was like,
were
Nah,
oh,
the horse revealed to be dead. Right? That's what that horse is revealed to be. Put him in the in memoriam. Just put him on a T-shirt.
He woke up dead.
The name was Bryce.
This man is gone. Um, so you make it up to the to the gates, and as there are always people here vetting and kind of searching, you kind of get you get a very similar. You get a similar search that you got when you entered Zadash, except way less obnoxious.
okay, okay.
No pen guy. Pencil.
No
No,
pins broken.
I mean, there's a guy with a pen, but like he like has it on his shirt. He's more of like a nerdy dude. He like has it on his shirt, and he's kind of just directing traffic. He's like, we can move along as quickly as possible. That would be
Okay.
great if you guys could just follow my direction. Oh, yeah, you guys could just come in. You guys could just come in. Because he sees Romero there. He's like, you guys should just come in.
Okay,
Come on,
okay.
come on.
Warmer reception.
All right, go. Next person, like, there's really nobody behind you at this point. It's not like there's a line, so you're good to go, and you enter Rexentrum.
Home sweet home.
Yeah, for D's, this is home. This is where she comes from, and I imagine this brings up mixed feelings stepping back into this place, as it is. Fuck them nobles, right?
Yeah.
and they're everywhere. As almost similarly to Zadash, the Rexentrum is separated into different places. They're different, like geographically they're separated, but it's also class is separating them as well, in a very similar way as Zadash. You, these are from the Mudtop Ward, which is the northernmost place in Rexentrum. It also is the poorest place in Rexentrum. It would be what we call the ghetto. But that is not where you guys are heading. As you follow Romero into it, he leads you through what would be like the lower class buildings, and the architecture is a lot different from Zadash. It's very like think more Greek inspired in terms of architecture here. With the way, and you could tell that there is as like when it comes to the religious iconography that you guys have found, that there is a clear 100% prominent love and adoration for Pelor here, who is the god of light and life, and for you, Navi, you know that this place was built around a temple of Pelor. Like Rexentrum was first built around the temple of Pelor. So the Grand Cathedral of Pelor is like the landmark in the Dwendalian Empire because it signifies everything for them. So yeah, they kept a lot of that old. So this is very older architecture. Not a lot of new stuff. Cobblestone roads almost in a way, and it looks nice. Even it looks a bit nicer. You could tell that this is a capital. Like there's a lot more money going on, even to like the lower levels here. And you guys travel. Let me get my map out. This thing needs its own map. Yeah, you guys kind of travel like the shape of. It looks like a really messy pentagon. It's kind of like the shape of Rexentrum if we were to like trace it outline. And you guys head like straight to the middle. So like you and like this will be like the equivalent of the Tri-Spires were in Zadash, where you kind of need someone to get through it because this is the upper class place, and Romero's taking you straight into that.
I'm
And he
this place.
You've never been to this place ever. And he looks back at you. He's like, "We're entering the Shimmer Ward, which is the name of this location within." And you
Shimmer
know,
Ward.
yeah, and you know what the Shimmer Ward is. So let's get some specifics on the Shimmer Ward. It's the inner wall of the city, and it's where all of the noble houses and guild leaders in Rexentrum live. Yeah, what is that? Let's see. There's so many landmarks in this fucking place.
As we're walking through, I just get angrier and angrier because I see all this like excellent stuff that they have.
Oh,
Like you
it's
need all
gorgeous.
of this while people are starving.
Yes, you just hear like a little voice in the back.
Gorgeous.
Yes. Yeah, this is extravagant, and like all of the houses here are abnormally large, and they're like more like estates than they are just how they take up the whole block, and there are a lot of them. As you're riding through, and Romero kind of cuts through all of that and goes even deeper behind another wall. That goes within that, which would be, and I guess as you go there, you see this giant literal castle, and you would know this is Castle Ungenbrock, which is the castle that King Dwendal lives in. So this is the heart of the of Rexentrum, the heart of the Nandalian Empire. Yeah. What's up? You're muted.
And you.
While this is all happening, could I just somewhere in the middle of all that go, Navi, a word, pull back a little bit from the rest of the group and tell him about every member of the Cerberus Assembly.
Oh,
Do I recognize any of the names? Obviously, I should. I hope.
You know of them. You know of them. Yeah, you know the names.
Do I know any?
They I would say you don't know any of them personally. At least not not enough to have any type of relationship. Like if you recognize them, that'd be one thing, but they wouldn't recognize you if they saw you. Um, Mostly because you're on the other side, right? Like they're the Cerberus Assembly, you're the Cobalt Soul, and there's always been that tension between y'all in terms of distribution of information and who collects it and who has the right to it once it's collected. You do know, especially for what's her name? For Doolin Tversky, the Archmage of Disology. You do know that she is banned from all Cobalt Soul establishments.
Damn. What she do?
Do I know why?
She has a reputation for being very insistent in her research.
I'll let James know of that little tidbit.
That's interesting. Did you happen to know where to find her?
I look back here.
yeah.
Okay. So what you'll see in this, like, I guess, royal courtyard of sorts is that there are kind of these 8 establishments. Well, I guess I would say it's more like like in the outer parts of the castle down in the Shimmer Ward. Among that, you will see 8 similar looking estates that would kind of be surrounding the castle, and you know for a fact that those are the 8 candles of the Cerberus Assembly.
Candles.
I only say that because the depiction, the symbol of the Cerberus Assembly, is kind of like 8 candles with like a star in the middle of it. Weird. I'll send you a picture of exactly what it is, but that's how I see it. It looks like arcane Hanukkah, basically. So it's pretty sick, and each one of them represents the candles. Even though Ormid is stationed out in Zadash, he still has his own place here. So yeah. So as soon as you say, so as soon as you say where can you find them, it's just like, I mean, they're not hiding.
Pretty
That-
bold and gaudy of them.
Oh, they don't like what? It's very much what are you gonna do about it?
So,
if you
let
want
us-
these hands, these hands are legendary. Yeah. And I'd say like as you're approaching the castle and Romero stops his cart in the front, gets you guys through all the security, and it's a lot of security. You can tell that everybody is still very much on it. What you will notice for sure is that nothing happened here. No battle.
That's gonna be my next
Nothing.
question.
Nothing happened. Everything looks like people are going through normal procedures, even if it is very high alert because they were expecting something to happen. Everything seems intact. Doesn't seem there's any damage, and it's very extravagant, kind of like castle with everything you would think a castle has: the moat, the the watchtowers, the like every like the whole shebang. This is it. And as you're looking in, Romero looks back at you and says, let's go in. We have some people to talk to. And as you guys walk in, we'll end the session there.
Oh,
I ain't mad. I'm very tired. Ugh.
I
Yeah.
have some help. But now it gives me some things to think about.
I have theories. Ugh.
About the, his name is King Gwendol or I've been calling him Gwendol.
Dwindle
Dwindle. Bertrand Dwindle is his name.
Hot.
of the Gwendolian Empire.
Yeah.
Because you just gotta like show off and stuff.
Nah,
Bertrand.
son. Trust me.
The
If
name.
I became king, this whole land will be Grunwaldia. It's all mine.
Yeah,
Grinwaldia.
I was gonna say like that. Yeah, tracks for James.
Grinwaldia sounds kind of fire though. I ain't gonna lie.
Ugh.
So yeah, very chill lore filled session we got going on.
I like it after fighting for like, was it 5-6 hours?
Let's cool down. James trying to get all the information here for today.
Yeah.
And doing a pretty fucking good job of it.
Just scooping up all information that I can and trying to hand it out to the people that might use it in the right purposes. I gotta pick and choose because there's a lot of people that just be like, oh yeah, nah, we got here Baroness Jenna, the Archmage of Industry. Who cares, right?
Who cares? Yeah.
What does Archmages and magic have to do with what Dick could do? What like there's so many other things they have to deal with. I'm not putting this on you just yet. You'll know when you need to know. But before that, not really.
Okay.
It's a method to my madness.
I'm so glad you see it that way.
Um,
So, with all that being said,
Yeah, everybody, if you stuck along for the very lore driven episode of our campaign, I'm very happy that you enjoyed it. I had a blast, and we'll be back here probably in 2 weeks.
2 weeks.
Probably in
Yeah.
2 weeks. Yeah,
Yeah.
because
Bring my mom back.
That's
I don't think we'll be here tomorrow. That's up in the air, but I doubt it. I mean, next week, I doubt it. But yeah. Anyway, to family, friends, acquaintances, and anyone less relevant.